Hello. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Hi. Gabe really likes this song, apparently. Can you just, every time I go live, just mute your damn computer? Can you just do that?
I was.
You always do this! Ah! Hi, guys. Hi, Eric's. Hi, Fire Seal. Hi, Paladin. Hi, Crane. How are you guys? Yeah, Gabe was jamming out. Hi, Miltsu.
Miltsu, oh my god.
Hi. Okay. What are we doing today? I don't know. I think I'm just gonna draw some stuff. I don't have a pet commission penciled right now, so I can't really do anything for you yet because I need more time to think on the pencils, so I don't like to do those usually unless I'm really familiar with what I'm gonna do. But so today I was even thinking of drawing a mermaid, but I don't know, we'll see. I gotta switch my music now. Change. Swish up. Music's loud again. Is it better? Have the spiders returned from winter over at your place? Yeah, actually last stream we had a spider crisis. Again. Is the music okay now? We're good. Gabe just disappeared. I didn't even realize. I was thinking about just doing a cute little mermaid. You are not the spider. So, much like my normal sketchbooks I've got here.
Sketchbooks.
They also come with 3 small ones. Where did you go?
I was listening to a video.
You had to leave to listen to a video?
I couldn't listen to it because of...
Was it that pressing you had to leave?
If I didn't listen to it now, I'd forget.
What was it?
It's a video that my buddy made for his Patreon, and it's really well done.
Okay, that's a good reason. I'm gonna draw on this one today. Just because I want to make a bunch of tiny, digestible, cheaper drawings I can sell at the conventions. These ones take a lot longer and they'll be a lot more pricey. But if I make a couple small ones that are like 20 to 30 bucks, somewhere in there, maybe 30 to 40 if I color it, then I'll have a nicer range for originals. So I was just gonna start pumping out little ones if I can on that paper. This is my normal paper. This is 7 by 10. And then I usually do my bigger commissions on a 9 by 12. But this, pretty sure this is just a 4 by 6, if that. 5 by 7 actually. So, still good. So it fits in a 5 by 7 frame then, you know. Do a siren. I've done a jellyfish mermaid at least 3 times, so I'm kind of over that. I've done a nautilus mermaid. This is why I'm sick to death of mermaids. I don't want to do one, but I know if I do, it's probably a good thing. So, I don't know. Like, I really don't want to. But I know sometimes it's good to do things you don't want to do. Right, Eric's? Yeah, it was during a example thing I was doing. I don't know. I just haven't changed the bleed paper yet. So Gabe and I are super excited about tomorrow. We're going to the pen show in Chicago. We're going to leave super early. Probably like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., something like that. And go to Chicago. Chicago's like 3 hours away from us. Something like that. Hey, Fox. Megalodon mermaid. I'd rather not. I don't like dinosaurs.
I don't like
dinosaurs. Also, I challenge any of you who are also sick of mermaids to maybe do an inverse mermaid that has a fish head and people body. And call it something else. But you can still tag mermaid. Technically, it's still kind of a mermaid. Oh, Eric's just just suggested that. That's funny.
I
don't like dinosaurs. Is that a problem?
I think you guys should draw a fish. That's also a fish.
Thank you, Gabe.
Then he is 2 fish. And he is twice the fish.
A fish with like a head on a head?
If I could be Double Man, that's multiple warheads.
Ew, Gabe! Don't you bring that up on my stream. That's bad. I do like birds, but I don't consider them dinosaurs because technically they're not considered reptiles, and reptiles are dinosaurs. So they come from a dinosaur, but they're not a dinosaur now. Just like we're not monkeys now.
Whoa. Speak for yourself.
Gabe is kind of a gorilla. That's true. Oh, thank you, Paladin. I love that you're gorilla marketing me to your wife. I'm down with that. Yeah, I'm kind of tapped out of ideas today. What do I want to do? I didn't finish that giraffe. I could finish that giraffe. How do you figure, Eric's? An octopus is completely an invertebrate, though. And a snail has a really hard calcium shell.
That's why the bad lady in Little Mermaid was so awesome, because she has no spine.
She did have a spine because she was half woman. She was a meroctopus.
She had half a spine.
Spider monkey. Ugh, you meant slugs. Okay. Yeah, that's different. Let's see. Maybe I'll draw a mouse and a dandelion. Hi, John Miller.
John Miller.
Sagi wants to know if you're drunk, Gabe.
Yep.
Drunk on life. Hold on. Something's bothering me. My eyeball. I think it's my contact. Hold up. Something's bothering me and it's Gabe. Get rid of Gabe. 2018. Talk to him, Gabe.
Hello. How are you today? Yeah, I think you'll probably be, John Miller, you will probably be.
Oh my God, get it right.
You will probably be stream boss for a while. How dare you, Miltsu?
How dare.
Sorry, I'm not as edgy as you are.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay.
Mead, yeah, I'm on mead.
Okay. Well, I guess I missed some like throwdowns. No, Gabe's not drunk. Gabe's drunk on Gabe, which is pretty common. Handsome devil. Damn. I mean... Alright, let's see, what else could I do? Matsu told you, get out. Get out, Gabriel.
Whatever.
Whatever. Am I the only one that's sick of mermaids, though? I think I've been around mermaid too long.
I like that. No. Russ Draws posted a picture 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
I think he drew himself, but he drew himself like 2 feet taller. I think that's cute.
What?
He's just like
He made himself tall?
Yeah, like he took a photo of himself holding a Captain America shield, and he's got his dog or cat. I don't know what that thing is, but it's got a mask on it.
Oh.
And so he drew himself, but then like the version of himself that he drew is like a very tall man. It's like a tall man.
So it's like Mecha Ross?
Yeah.
It's an Asian thing. Judge us, Fire Seal said.
What?
I don't know.
Oh.
That they're small and they want to be larger? I don't know.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. That's the thing. I get it. I think anyone who's shorter always wants to, or anybody who's big wants to be smaller. Anyone who's who's small wants to be big. You know, but that's like you always want to be what you're not.
The grass ain't always green, though.
And it takes a long time for you to realize that you got to be who you are. So, thus, this shit, right? Like, I'm not trying to straighten out my hair every day anymore because I look like a dingus.
You look terrible with straightened hair.
So now I look like a sexy thing. Guess, yeah.
I like it. You
Thank
look way better with your curly hair.
Thank you.
Your straight hair looked horrible.
It
I
did.
don't know why you thought that was a good idea.
Because
Did someone trick you?
No, yeah.
Who tricked you?
Society.
No, fuck that.
Society told me that I needed to wear cardigans and have straight, luscious locks.
The cardigans made you look even bigger.
They did.
And the straight locks made you look really fat in the face.
Well.
Your curls actually balance out your face real nice.
Yeah. Also, if I keep it tight on top, on the sides, I gotta keep it tight. Gotta keep it tight. Like that.
Yeah. Less patchy. Well, average people are perfect. Yeah. I mean, there is no perfection, so yes. Yeah. Because I actually was talking to Key about this the other day via Twitter. There is no ideal person. Like, when someone's trying to be ideal, that ideal is someone else's ideal. It's not your ideal. Your ideal can be whatever you want it to be.
That's my ideal.
Good deal.
Good deal, ideal.
I want there to be a starfish. If I'm gonna do this, damn it, I'm gonna do it. Oblivious human. No. Oblivious humans get so old so quickly. Vapid people make me so mad. Fire seal, why? I could see that, Eric's, yeah. I mean, Gabe's isn't like crazy, like frizzy curly. It actually looks purposeful curly, like he took a curling iron to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he has like best case scenario curly hair for curly people.
Yep.
Like if he puts some smoother in it, it just curls and it's smooth. Like it's stupid. He's not like fro curly.
Mm-hmm. I can keep it contained.
Oh gosh, a fire seal. That was a bad typo, bro. Hi, Miniax, what's up? Long, straight, black hair is where it's at, to be honest. For you. For you, Crane. Not for everyone. And my version of ideal has even changed over the years for who I'm into, what I'm into, all that stuff. Do I do puffer fish? Fire seal, are you gonna do that puffer fish one? Whatever, Crane. No one's trying to impress you. Puffer fish. Puffer fish. Fugu! Yeah, did you do it, Fire Seal? Did you do it? Did you do it? Oh, cool, Miniax. I have the same schedule every week, so you can always count on me being on the same times every day. 3 to 4 rift out on post-it notes. Yeah! Yeah, Fire Seal, yeah! I'm gonna do one, but obviously not like yours. Fluffy, fluffy, fluffer fish.
Biscuits.
Jesus. Now where are you going?
I had to blow my nose because things.
Oh, that's kind of lucky though, Eric. I'm always jealous of people that like it starts to change what it's doing when it gets longer. I don't know. I like it.
That's how mine is.
What? It curls so it gets long?
Yeah, like once it gets too long, then it just starts to curl at the bottom, and then like it just pulls down the hair so it's straight at the top, but then it's a big curly junk in the bottom.
Big curly junk. Scary, scary. Don't want to go scary. Pufferfish are cute too because the top of them is a lot more shallow than the bottom, so they do look like they're puffing their chests out. It's cute. Oh, yeah, I do yell a lot. It's funny though because if you ever see how we talk on the internet, we're always using caps, right? And this is really how we talk to each other. We're always yelling. It's funny.
I feel like all our neighbors know everything about us, but we
Probably.
don't know anything about them.
Probably.
Yeah.
I just found a funny picture of a dolphin pushing a pufferfish, and the pufferfish is like, oh! Here, this is funny. Share the wealth. He's just nudging him, and the pufferfish is like, no! No! See what I mean? It's like, oh god.
I will not move.
You just have to find someone else like you that yells like you yell about nothing in particular. Really, we just yell to yell. Keeps things interesting. You never know when someone's mad. It's great. Vicious little bastards. Crane, when have you ever held a pufferfish? Or seen one? Why are they bastards? Your claims are non-backed up. Oh, maniacs. Don't worry about it. It's what happens. All the young'uns, they're gonna get to your point someday. Don't worry about it. They'll get theirs. They'll get theirs. I just feel like drawing a chibi today, so we're gonna draw a chibi. So you sold those then? Are you gonna ship them out tomorrow or when?
Yeah, I guess I'll ship them out tomorrow.
I went today.
Huh?
I went today.
Yeah.
Pufferfish poison. It's true. Oh, really, Crane? No, I haven't. I just think they're cuties. Oh, he's a teeny baby puffer. Oh my god. Oh, you guys gotta see this teeny guy. He's a little one. Oh my god. I'm trying to find a picture of their tails, but they don't really have much for a tail. So I want to do something simplified. Simple. Easy. Maybe she should have pearl earrings because duh. Alright, I know it's only 4:30, but does anybody have a best and worst that's happened to them today? Or a rant? Rants are also very acceptable. And encouraged. And Crane, I know you mentioned Friends, but god damn it, I can't stand that show. It was on at the gym today, and I was watching it, and I was like, this is just bull. This is the worst writing I feel like I've ever seen. I know back in the 90s it was probably fine, but I was watching it, and the whole episode was just about Joey and how he'll eat anything, even if it's been on the floor. One of the scenes, two of them were eating cake that fell on the floor, and they were trying to not go too far down on the cake because then they'd be eating floor dust. And so they were doing their best to not do that, and then Joey comes by and he said, "What are we having tonight?" And he got down on the floor with a fork that he already had somehow. I was like, okay, this is weird. And then it just was kind of a montage of all the things he's eaten off of something gross. It's like, alright, I guess the 90s, you know, whatever. I haven't seen Big Bang Theory, but every time I've seen like a little scene of it, like a clip it, like on a commercial or something, it's like they're just throwing in pop culture references just to do that. I don't know.
It's just like very nerdy.
Well, thank you, Eric's. It's actually kind of my my chibi style that I've got. I do a lot of my D&D commissions and stuff based off of this. Floor cake, garbage cake. Yep, basically. Oh, Eric's, that sucks. We're 3 episodes away from the end of The Office. We have binged all 9 seasons of The Office while we've been working for, what, a month?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the past month. So, because I had never seen it before, and I was like, alright, let's just do this. Let's just watch it while we work, and we did, and we're 3 episodes away, so. I don't know, it's been a thing. I think I like Michael Scott more than Andy Bernard, though.
Oh, yeah.
By a lot. Andy ends up being too mean. Yeah, everybody says they've cried at the last episode. I'm gonna try not to. I drove a car on our yard and watched Batman Dark Knight, and now I'm here and drawing. Not a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good. I realized while I saw a Avengers commercial on TV, I was like, this is the first time in months to a year that I've actually been able to say, I've seen that now. When I see a movie commercial on TV. It's like, hey, go see this. I'm like, you know what?
I already did.
I did. I did. When really we usually see movies months and months after. That's okay, Crane. I know you don't like good things. It's okay. I mean, you like Friends, so that tells me a lot. Let's see. She should have a little... Oh, a lily would be cute. Maybe... Wait, Crane, are you talking about the British office or the American office? I guess that might make a difference too. Hi, Danny.
Oh, Miniax is here.
Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
I hadn't realized.
I even talked to him and said, hi, Miniax. You haven't seen either, but you wanted to insult it just to push my buttons? What kind of person are you? Oh my word.
Actually, he's English.
Oh, right. You offend just to offend, right? It's funny because English offend where Americans get offended.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bad mix.
That's probably how World War II started, honestly.
Gabe, I'm gonna get the Duke Feud pen you recommended. Feud, sorry. With
Cool.
probably Noodler's turquoise.
Nice.
Hyperion said, do you guys prefer to be in a movie with reactive crowd? I don't know, it depends on the movie.
I think while we were watching Avengers, we kept saying things to each other while the movie was going, you know? And I realized, like, a few weeks ago you had made the comment that you were like, I like watching movies at home because then we can actually talk during something and pause it if need be to reflect on something or whatever.
I was making sure I wasn't loud, though.
Yeah.
No one could hear me.
Yeah, no, we're not being loud, but there is that ability to be able to, like, you know, be like, oh yeah, and, you know, like, or somebody has a question, like, if Ashley's like, wait, who the hell is that guy? And then I'm like, oh, well, that's, you know, blah, 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 and he does, that's his power. Oh, that makes sense, okay, you know.
I think he was talking more about, like, the fact the crowd laughed a lot during the funny things, but, like, there were no, like, yeah, during any, like, it wasn't like that. So I'm fine with people, like, laughing and stuff during the laugh parts. I don't know if there needs to be clapping and cheering, but I have been in a movie where that happened, but it was a good part to do that. I remember everybody being like that, and that was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just have that, what's it called? I always forget. Misophonia, where people chewing pisses you off. And I'm usually okay at theaters. But it's not just chewing either. It's like if someone takes way too long trying to open their plastic fucking package, I want to kill them. It's like, just do it real quick once, and then just pour. That's it. Just do that. It's okay. But someone sit like for 5 minutes. Like, you kidding me? And like, I don't know, popcorn's not too crunchy, so I'm okay with that, but yeah, we didn't see Black Panther because it went out of theaters for us, but we were like, well, we should really see Avengers while we can. Just to be on the cutting edge of something. Because usually Gabe and I aren't. But Snaggle, you can go on your own. Yeah. Do what Sagi said. Movies alone sometimes are the best. There is no shame with that. Oh, I get angry a lot, Hyperion. I don't know if you've been here very long, but I don't have an anger problem, but I don't try to hide that I get angry. Does that make sense? Yeah. No, it's fine. Yeah, so one of my old roommates was one of those that would put something in his mouth, chew as hard as he could, and chew with his mouth open. And he would come in sometimes while we were cooking, and I would have to leave. I would get so mad, because not only is the sound just enraging, it's more for me about the inconsideration, you know? That you would just come in, do that, and crunching, and he had like a really loud jaw too, and it drove me crazy. Anyway, which Marvel character have you drawn, or would you draw if you should?
Groot.
If you should?
If you should.
You shouldn't draw any, but I'll answer my 2 favorite Marvel characters instead. I'd rather not draw fan art. But my favorites are Doctor Strange and Thor. Basically because I feel like I'm a mix of the two.
MODOK and Lobo.
From Avengers, yeah.
Lobo from Avengers.
I would say you're Drax and
Well,
who did I say before? Tony?
Oh, that's who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Drax and Tony.
Drax and Tony.
Oh, but also Star-Lord.
Oh, and Star-Lord, yeah. Yeah, those 3 for Gabe. Right, Crane? I don't know. I want to kill him, though. That's bad. People slurping their tea. People slurping anything. Mouth breathers. Yes! Thank you. Oh, I'm getting mad just thinking about all these things. It's fine. I'm just trying a happy little mermaid with a puffer fish. Everything's cool. Don't worry about it. Gabe, why did you put yourself in your story?
Oh, it's the Dragon Con page.
Am I in there? No, because I'm not a guest.
No.
Okay. It's true, Sniggle.
Apparently Tim is not going now.
No, that's not true. He said he was going to throw money.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Well, I thought he was getting an exhibitor booth.
Oh, that I don't know.
Well, don't they always?
No. Oh, yeah, but no.
Oh, bye, Miltzu. Have a good day, alright?
Bye, Miltzu.
Sniggle, how you been? We miss you on the late streams. No, no one's gonna spoil it. I swear to God.
Yeah,
if any of you do, I'm gonna insta-ban you forever. No coming back. We will not spoil it. Because we didn't... That's part of the reason we went and just to see it. So no one could spoil it for us. So, Sniggle, I would just say go. Just go by yourself. Honestly, if Gabe was gone and I wanted to see a movie and it was going out of theaters soon, sorry Gabe, but I would go alone. Like if he's in Brazil, like he's gonna be, in what, July?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to write that down so it's up there? No, the pens are over here.
So I got the purple one here.
Like if he's gone, I will gladly go to a movie on my own. I'm fine with it. There's no shame with that. Fire seal. I don't even remember a bus. Yeah, Eric's super band. 9 a.m. Sniggle, why? Have you asked for your, what the fuck are they called? Raises? You get your raise yet? weird drawing little shirtless girls. This is strange. Maybe I'll give her a little, like, seaweed tank top or something. I don't know why. I've never felt weird until right now, but it's like, oh my god, she looks young and she's shirtless, and now I feel weird. It was strange. It was really weird. Like I said, I've never had that before. That looks weird. Oh, bye, Miniax. Thanks for joining.
Hi, dude.
True, and in fact, I would like seeing it alone just fine, so you don't have to have discussions with people. And then discuss it, and then they don't like one part, but you loved it, and then it's just bad feelings. Like, I think I get a little bit negative with that sort of stuff, where every time someone and I disagree on something, I feel like that's a mark against our compatibility. And I know that's stupid, and I know that's like a bad way to gauge friends, but that just, I don't know, that's how it works. So then I get kind of disheartened. I'm like, okay. Because, I mean, if you think about it, if you do that enough, and there's enough points against the fact that you guys like the same stuff, what kind of friends are you? Right? I don't know. So in my head, that's kind of what I think. It's bad. Hi, Chrissy. I don't know. I just hate the, like, oh, I like this for this reason. I don't like this. This part was bogus. I guess you had to go to school with a bunch of really angsty nerds that were doing that all the time. And you get so tired of it. Like, every day it was comic fights and, like, movie fights and all this stuff. And they fought. You know, it wasn't really a discussion. It was fights. Nerd fights. So they were super sad. And it was like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. So I just avoid it. I'm gonna draw a lily. Chrissy said thanks for stopping by my stream, Gabe.
Oh, you're welcome.
At least she had a bra, though, Eric's. Oh, that would get annoying, Soggy. Yeah, and it just, I don't know, because I feel like all those, well, I like this because of this reason, blah, 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 things, like, I feel like that could erupt into a fight at any time. I feel like guys, too, are really more into discussing crap like that than girls are. And I don't know if it's just because we don't care enough or something. I don't know. Or maybe it's just because I don't see the reason doing that over, like, talking about games. I'll talk a little bit about games, but if it gets to that point of, like, what I'm saying with movies, it's like I'll just stop. I don't want to... It's just, it usually just breeds negativity, and then sometimes the conversation will just stop, and it'll just be awkward, you know?
Well, your mom liked it. Oh, we don't talk about that.
Huh?
We don't talk about that.
With what?
Oh, about your mom.
My mom?
No, like in the story.
You went down a dark road just now.
Yeah.
Do you want to pull back from that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not even just talking about Avengers in general, Eric's. Like, even if we go see a super deep art movie or something, you know, I remember going and seeing Black Swan with some people. It was like, I don't know, I just want to enjoy a movie and leave. And if I like it, I like it. If you like it, you like it, whatever. I think My Little Pony was marketed towards little girls, but
Oops.
didn't matter, I guess.
Whoops.
Guys like it too? I don't know. Dude, this guy just did a bunch of, like, different classes of frogs. You might dig, because you're into, like, frogs and shit. Yeah, look at all these. These are great.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, I think you actually sent me. You sent me
did?
that profile before. Yeah.
This
On the
is on
Instagram.
I've never seen these before. Oh, and this one's on a beetle. Whoa. That's awesome. Now, here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at right now. I just stumbled on this after looking at lily pads. We haven't, Danny, no. She hasn't been online, it seems like. I've seen her Insta stories. She's looking healthier. She looks good. Other than that, though, I haven't talked to her or anything. If that's what you mean.
Like she's just been busy with work.
Yeah.
But she's been drawing though, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, she seems happy and healthy. We're getting there, so that's what matters.
Oh yeah, Sniggle, you should hit her up.
You finished her thing.
Commission.
Spongies?
Yep.
Spongy got commission from you? That's awesome.
I think. Thought.
Oh. That's awesome. Good job, Snake. Yeah, I'm sure she'll talk to you if you talk to her. Like, she probably is just taking a break, I guess. Chubby hands. Chubby hands. Fat little chubby hands. What is an Asian version? That's racist. No, I would contact her on Instagram, Snig. It seems like that's more of where she's at. Or she seems to frequent there a lot more. How not, Crane?
Or I guess an Asian culture version.
Yeah, or Asian influence.
Yeah.
I think just saying another culture is whatever is probably a wrong thing. Because I think the whole thing is that it blankets it. So saying, oh, that's so Mexican of you, or something, instead of being, you know, Oriental. Fire Seal, you're Asian. Tell us, weigh in on this. Tell us what we're supposed to do. I thought Oriental was bad too. Like, you can't say that's Oriental.
It's not an Oriental rug. Or maybe it is an Oriental rug.
Yeah. They say Oriental rugs. but I don't know if that's even right anymore.
Oriental flavor.
As a white person, I am very confused at anything, so I don't say anything. If Michael Scott would say it, I do not want to say it. I get offended because of America. America's offensive. I'm just kidding. No, usually Gabe and I are really loose with this sort of thing, and I was just kidding with you, but I like to at least try to protect people that might get offended, but at the same time it's like, should they get offended? And I don't know. Like, I try to think, what would Gabe do if someone said the same thing but insert Mexican culture here? And I don't know. We've had this discussion before, actually, in the stream, probably over a year ago, where we talked about that white people don't have a culture. So that's, I think, why they're so offensive, is they don't understand what it's like to have a culture that could be appropriated. Because, I mean, you think of something American or white, and usually if it's something a white person would do, it's really dorky or something like that, but that's not even a cultural thing. Like, we don't have cultural dress, you know, nothing like that. I'm a mutt. I don't got anything, right? But Gabe, you can trace Gabe's stuff like that, you know? So it's hard because, like I said, I think a lot of the problem with white people not understanding how to be appropriate, I don't know, or respectful, is that they've never had to do it themselves, you know, with their own stuff or anything. So, I don't know.
I think also it's just that that, you know, like, white people have been, like, putting their culture on everyone else's. Well, you know, like, with the English, you know, like, they've just been taking over everything. They're like, no. Indians,
what is our culture?
Native Americans, you're doing it wrong. These are blankets. This is disease. This is how you make cool things. These are houses with wood. Guys, look. Very nice. I think Cowboys.
Cowboys are American?
Cowboys is American culture.
Damn,
I don't think anyone else has
I don't
Cowboys.
like Cowboys.
But I think anything that we don't have anything anymore.
But that's the thing, we don't have an ancient one.
No.
Cowboys is not even ancient.
The most ancient you're gonna get is like
Ancient is Native American for us.
I was gonna say the style of clothing like in the 1700s, but even that was probably brought over from like France.
So Fire Seal, I thought I was a Viking, or at least came from it, but because I lived in Minnesota, my last name was Erickson, I looked super Nordic, I found out I'm mainly half French, half British. Total letdown. And then like a little smidge Balkan, I had to look that up. But it's like, since I'm 50-50 French and British, I don't really have anything I can take from, other than being a, I don't know, European douchebag. Because people back in those days, everybody was a douchebag in Europe. I don't think we have a culture, I think we have a stereotype. I don't think that's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, guns, eagles, hot dogs, hamburgers, get off my property.
That is a culture.
American flag. I don't think so. That's a stereotype, and they are different.
No, but that is the culture.
Because that can't be traced back.
But that's
not like your sombreros and your maracas and all the stereotypes you have.
But think about gangbangers, like cholos.
That's
you know,
the
with
equivalent.
the bandana.
That's the equivalent.
So
I don't have an Aztec equivalent.
No, I know, but like cholos and stuff. That's a culture that was like invented like in the 60s, and then it's just progressively gotten more refined.
Right, but that's not where they're from.
That that is that was from America though.
Maybe I'm mixing culture with heritage.
Yeah.
We should be talking about heritage.
There you go.
Americans have no real heritage that's 100% theirs because most of us are mutts. So you must hate yourself most of the time. I wish I was more Scandinavian than anything, but You don't know that? He might not have been. We don't know. Everybody thought Jesus was white. Jesus ain't white. No way is Jesus white.
I think the melting pot theory might be our culture.
What do you mean?
Like, just that...
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but that's still upsetting because...
Yeah.
And this is, like, why I'm saying that. Like, let's say there was a recent article about a girl that went to Goodwill, got an Asian-inspired dress that was like a traditional Asian dress and wore it to prom. And everyone freaked out, and she was doing, like, one of these poses in one of her pictures, and they're like, that's offensive. But it's like, she don't know no better, because she doesn't have, a heritage of her own to... so it's the white people naivety, I guess, the ignorance that we don't know what that means because we don't have it. That's what I'm saying. But I think being at least aware of that is part of helping the problem,
I guess I wonder, would you be offended if...
Yeah, but Paladin, I got one of those DNA tests, so if I did have any Scandinavian anything, it would have said. So, what? Would I be offended with what? I don't get offended, first off. Not with this kind of stuff.
No, I guess not. But I wonder, alright, so, many years ago, I went to Tower Records, and for any of you who don't know what Tower Records is, it's just, it used to be a very, very, not upscale, but it was a really nice record shop, all over the U.S.
Sam Goody?
Yeah, but it was, more... you could find a lot of different stuff there. It wasn't just...
I was gonna say ghetto, but then you can't say ghetto now either.
Yeah.
Ghetto's offensive.
Yeah, to some people, I think.
Well, because I got yelled at once for it.
Yeah,
so.
the people that have lived in ghettos get offended.
She hasn't.
Yeah, so...
But she was a social justice warrior.
Yeah,
and
so...
okay.
Yep. But... So the record shop, it had magazines and, DVDs, CDs from all around the world.
Yeah.
And so they had Japanese lowrider, and I used to get lowrider because they, a lot of times they would have really cool car designs and graffiti inside of it, and sometimes people would draw the cars and they look really cool.
What are you talking about?
So in there, right?
In where?
In Japanese lowrider.
What is that?
It's Lowrider magazine is
okay.
a magazine.
Yeah, you needed to establish that.
Yeah, celebrating tricked out cars. Really lowered cars, the kind that you see
Fast and Furious.
Not even.
Need
It sort
Speed?
of, but they're very it's Cadillacs, 60s Cadillacs that are dropped.
Classic cars.
Yeah, classic cars. Think of any Snoop Dogg video from the 90s,
yeah.
and they've got and they're bouncing around and shit. Those kind of cars. Those are lowriders.
That doesn't have a name.
They're called lowriders.
No, I know that, but that not culture, but that hobby.
Lowrider.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because they're literally they're really low to the ground because of the hydraulics.
Okay.
And so they had one from Japan. So that they put one out of Japan because Japanese kids they like other cultures more than their own. And so in this magazine, there was a bunch of stuff that was very, very Latino based.
Oh.
And you could order jackets with the Virgin Mary in the back, which is fine, that's Catholicism, okay. But then there was another one, and you can order Mexican flags or shirts with Mexican flags on it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I was I didn't know how to feel. I was like, what? So there's a Japanese dude out there right now rocking
that's Japanese people that dress up like Elvis, though.
That's what I mean.
Okay,
yeah.
I get that. That makes sense. That's funny.
And I was so
See, I think everything
weird.
should be up for grabs. I actually got in a huge fight with a girl and ended up making her cry, but about the fact, and I know I'm going to get upset, someone's going to get upset with me for this, but we were in Lewis, very, very small town. It's Lewes for Bonfire Night, which is the Guy Fawkes thing, right?
In England.
In England. And, but I argued with an American about this. She was kind of a social justice warrior. And a couple of them were really pissed off because of the whole, they were celebrating in this parade all these different nationalities, all their costumes and everything. So you had all these European people dressed up like Mexicans, Native Americans, Italians, French, like all this stuff that's very, very stereotyped, right? Like the French people had the handkerchiefs and mustaches, berets, baguettes, right? And like Italians, same sort of thing. Like everybody was very stereotyped. And I think that's neat. And she, just that all these different cultures are being, like, celebrated. But she was mad because she's like, well, why didn't they get the actual people to go in here and do this? Or, get the actual, like, if there's an African-American get an African-American to wear it. And I asked her, I'm like, okay, look where we are, right? There's not always that availability, right? I said, would you rather have it not be celebrated at all or celebrated in this way? And she said, not at all. And I said, then the heritage and the culture and everything it's about is just going to get lost over time. Because not everybody's going to be available for that. Also, you don't know any of these people. Maybe those people dressed up like in Native American garb, maybe they grew up in Native American culture. You have no idea. And she was just assuming because they look white. Like, example, Beck. You guys know Beck, right? The musician Beck. He does a lot of Spanish stuff. And he does a lot of things with Mexican culture. And people could look at that and be like, oh my god, what is he doing? Gabe? He grew up in
like LA, California somewhere, and in a barrio with nothing but Mexican people. Yeah.
So he, like, from when he was little to when he's older. So doesn't that give him the right to do that? Like, that's where people just, like, I think that's entitlement too. When they're like, oh, you can't do that, because those people, it's like you're trying to include by excluding. And I think anytime someone's trying to include too hard, you're going to end up excluding more people than including. If they're not doing anything offensive with that culture and their intent is to celebrate it and give it visual, like, visibility, isn't that better than not doing it at all? I don't know. To me, that seems more respectful than offensive. But that's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Wouldn't you think that too, though? Like, if there's no one around...
No, I agree.
Visibility is respectful, whereas if they were doing it drunk at a party, that's different.
Yeah.
That's totally different. Like
that.
I'm a Native American. Yeah, that's offensive.
Yeah.
Hello? Of course. But, like, if they're in a parade that's going through all these different nationalities to actually celebrate them, totally different. So she got so worked up, she ended up crying, and I don't even think she was hearing what I was saying. Really. And she was probably 10 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I don't think she was one of those people that I think, like, her whole life is on Tumblr, and she's just absorbed in that culture. And meeting me, she probably left thinking I was racist or offensive, and I was like, oh my god. There you go, Chrissy. And it's going to get even more difficult to be able to do that, and it's going to drive these people nuts, because the more we intermingle with each other's races and cultures, these people could be raised from birth in a certain culture, totally look like they're not a part of it, and you can't just assume how they look is how they were raised,
I think also, like, so then let's say that, alright, we don't have...
True, Crane.
So there was some people dressed up like mariachis and candy skull stuff, and I was like, all right, this is weird, but if there were no, like, Mexican people there, then if they didn't have that and they had every other thing, then
wouldn't that be weird?
Then I would have been like, yo, what the
Where
fuck?
are
There's
the
no
Mexicans?
mariachis and shit.
Yeah.
What the hell? Then okay, so then where do you cut it off? So then it just ends up being just Scottish people.
Then it looks racist.
And Irish people.
Yes.
Right? And that's
okay.
it.
So that was the other part of it. It's like she said, "Oh, I'd rather have it not happen at all." And I'm sitting here like, so you'd rather have it just be the European people who are here and available, and that's not racist to you? Like, I couldn't. It's like these kids didn't think far enough into their own argument. And what was even worse is she palled up with another girl in front of me, and she's like, "Oh, she just doesn't understand." I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now?" It was so maddening. And this is why I don't want children. Because I know it'd be that every day of my life, just stuff like that. Oh my god. Hi, Cactus. Calm down, Hitler. Inclusion is racist and exclusion is racist. Everything's racist, apparently. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you can't win in these arguments, especially if you're doing it with young people. It doesn't happen. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't know. I want to give her webbed fingers, but I know that'd be weird. I really feel like mermaids would have webbed fingers. Because, I mean, really, unless you're cupping the water as you're swimming.
Yeah, they have to.
Right?
Just,
think
over time, I mean, look at that ape sapien.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be similar to that. I mean, honestly, the dude in Shape of Water is probably closer to a merman than anything we've seen.
Over time, they would have developed it just for the speed aspect.
I don't know if I believe in the snowflakes thing, Crane, just because every generation has had, the young generation is like that. It doesn't matter when you're looking at it. Now is not any different than 20 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever.
What is snowflake?
They're special. They deserve special treatment. They're entitled. It's millennials.
Oh.
What everybody calls millennials. They're snowflakes.
I do think, though, that it hasn't been as bad as it is now. But
you would think that, though.
In a specific way, though. All the baby boomers, all the people,
their entitlement, though, in their age.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. Their parents were saying the exact same thing we are about kids their age.
But the problem is that back then, you could get all that shit. Like back in the like after World War II, after things like just boomed, thus the baby boomers, they could go out and get a good job and just dad could work and mom didn't have to work.
That is true.
They could do that, but now it's like no. Now you got the rest of the world, and technology is not going to let you just sit around and be like, well, I'm going to go work at a blue collar job and make like.
Well, that's because I read an article too about kids that the blue collar industry is actually super suffering because all these parents are pushing their kids into college, and no one is around to actually fill in the spots of the trade skills like electrician, plumber. All of these blue collar skills that are super necessary and super needed and important. No one's filling them because everyone's parent is making them go to secondary education.
Go be a doctor.
Yeah, and everyone's doing that, and no one's happy. Everybody wants and needs money, where blue collar doesn't exactly get you that unless you work your way up, which the rest of this article was a guy that his parents had made him go to Harvard or something, and he ditched out because he's like, this isn't me, I don't want this, I want to just be an electrician or whatever. And he's like, now I'm 2 years in and making more than those people in college that when they get out they'll make. So he was trying to make the point that blue collar, it's necessary and we need it, and no one seems to know how important it is anymore. So I found that super interesting too.
And I keep thinking about like if and when an apocalypse hits.
Like those are going to be the skills you need.
Yeah, like hey, we need a welder. Like Fire Seal's saying, like I need somebody to weld my thing together. Well, I know how to like program in Linux. Can I program you a program to do something? No, I don't have power. So,
right.
You know what me and Ashley are gonna be doing? We're gonna open up a storytelling thing, and we're just gonna babysit children and teach them about the world.
You can babysit kids. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna find all the puppies.
And you know what? I've seen like those people that work those jobs, like they usually make bank, and and it's a lot less stressful because they work like 9 to 5, and that's it. As soon as 5 hits, they're out. Yeah. It's not like, oh, Johnson, you have to stick around for another like 4 hours because we have a big client that. No, fuck that. No.
They have their own overtime, but it's not nearly as bad as an office.
Exactly.
Yeah, office jobs will kill you. They will fucking kill you.
And I think like all the people that work blue collar jobs are usually a lot happier.
Yeah.
Cause I think because they
And
just
then the farmers too. We need farmers real bad.
Mm-hmm. Interstellar.
You need farmers, man. All right, I gotta figure out something to give her because I do not want this shirtless mermaid man.
Yeah,
I mean,
Paladin.
I do, but I don't.
That's basically in the last 10 years. A lot of people have been going to school. I remember a lot of people when I was going to school. Everyone I knew mostly was going for like management positions. You know, like I'm going for corporate management or some. It was something like that, like a
Business relations.
yeah, business management or something. And it's like, what do you expect to get out of that? Like, what are you gonna do with that? And that's what everyone was going for. And I'm like, all right, cool.
The joke with my generation, I guess, is political science.
That's what it was.
Everybody is going for political science,
Yeah.
but no one could use it for anything.
Yep.
So it became a huge joke, like, political science, huh? Gonna get a lot of jobs with that one, you know? It's like,
So then there's a lot of kids who are like after college can't get work because they have a bullshit degree, and then they end up just moving back with with the parents. So it's like
yeah.
And then that's where like all these like college graduates are going to go work at McDonald's or Subway, and so then all the kids who are in high school can't get jobs because all the college graduates are taking the jobs. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. Just be an artist. Just fuck it.
No, we've got our own problems.
Move to a rural area. You don't need to be in the city. And now with the advent of OkCupid and things like that, you don't even need to go to bars to find chicks or
Farmers
dudes.
only.
Farmers only, y'all. You want to ride a tractor? I got you.
Okay, I think I might ink this. Gabe, you want to look at it real quick? I gave her like a little leaf thing. I don't know.
Come to me.
She gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There is a dating site for farmers. There's a
Oh, yeah.
dating site for anyone.
Oh.
I haven't looked, but I'm almost positive there's a dating site for Amish, which makes no sense because they're Amish. So
That's really weird.
I know some Amish people have exclusions or whatever, where it's like, well, we can do these things, but not these things. Like, I think they maybe could use a computer, but not a car. I don't know. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, farmers only. Ugh. Then there's Our Time. Our Time is actually for just elderly, seniors, older people. I think they're over 50 or 60, probably 60. I think 55 plus is considered seniors. So, my dad's a senior. He can do the Perkins menu. The back of the Perkins menu. Hell yeah, you get like $2 eggs or something. That's great.
Corn-fed ladies, corn-fed boys. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess farm people aren't like the most intelligent.
I think nowadays they have to be though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. No. I think
Nowadays,
they do.
yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not
I
just.
can't speak for, 100 years ago, but
It's not just putting the seeds in the ground. Now you gotta like, well, what's the acidity level in the dirt this year, Paul?
corn-fed people got corn-shaped teeth. Hey, who here likes corn nuts? Does anybody else like corn nuts?
Nope.
Is it just me? Sniggle, hashtag rude. Yeah, Sagi, that's what I'm talking about. You guys are offended by what? The Gabe talking about stupid farm folk? That's Gabe, that's not me. Don't hold me accountable. Triggered. Oh, you blew up the house. These people are mad at you. What are corn nuts? You don't know what corn nuts are? Oh, now I'm offended. It took this long. Out of all the things we've talked about, I'm more offended you don't know what corn nuts are. This is white people offended is what I'm doing right now. That's okay, Crane. Actually, if an elf got offended that I was dressing up like an elf, I could see that. But, I don't know. I think it's the whole thing with cosplay, too. When people cosplay people they don't look like. Some people, I didn't even know about this. There's a total, division between people who think you should cosplay people you look like and people who think you should cosplay people you like. Which, I'm more on the side of do whatever the fuck you want, but there are people that are, like, gung-ho, kind of like I am with fan art, like, anti-selling fan art. These people are anti, if you don't look like this character, get the fuck out. And it's like, why do you care so much?
I'm that guy.
What?
I can't get into, like, I mean, I guess
Let
it's
them
just...
do what they want if it makes them feel good.
You know what it is? It is the fan art thing where it's like, if you're going to draw a really shitty Spider-Man, I don't want to look at it. I don't care.
I say let them do it. They're doing their own grave.
That's fine.
Either way, they can...
Good for you. Yeah. But if you're going to come over and you're going to be like Gwen Stacy with real blonde hair and you got like real colored eyes and stuff. Yeah.
No. You're confusing this now. Yeah. Gabe, don't go looking at other things while we're talking about
this.
No,
I understand. Yeah.
No, you don't. Because you're saying authenticity versus that's quality. You know, what if you had a black girl that dyed her hair blonde and straightened it and stuff and looked like Gwen Stacy, but she's just black? Her authenticity is as far as she can go. I think it's fine. Let her do what she wants.
No, it's fine. I'm not saying that they shouldn't.
Or I think it's even cool when they make it so, like, if they took a Gwen Stacy and, like, made it an almost, like, their version of Gwen Stacy. I get more excited about that.
That's cool.
You know, cosplay is totally different to me. Cosplay elitists. It's like, what is this? What is this? I mean, and cosplay to me isn't bad unless you start selling prints of your cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's illegal. But if you're just making a costume because you love a character and you're going out and doing it, awesome. How is that bad? You know? Like, you're not doing anything to market anything badly or saying you made this character. No, it's out of love, right? Same thing. Same as fan art. The cosplay elitists, I'm in the C2E2 group online. People get mad. They get so mad. If she wears black, yeah, it doesn't matter. Usually it's a bunch of guys who are mad that a fat girl is playing a thin girl. It's like, get over it. And she could look really cute and really well done and really sexy if it's a sexy outfit. It doesn't matter. Do whatever you want. Who cares? I don't understand. Yeah, real blonde hair, not very common. This is real blonde. This is. It's not blonde though. If you're talking about like platinum blonde, that's in Norway.
Yeah. I was gonna say like I don't know. I can tell sometimes when people have their hair dyed, but not 100% of the time.
Oh, you're kind of.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff. I was gonna say I'm not a lady, but I'm not into doing the hair color shit. But around here, there are a lot of blonde people, aren't there?
Aren't there?
Like dudes and women. Like there's just a lot of like white people.
Okay, you know, when we first moved here, you had said that, and I kind of was like, yeah. But at the gym the other day, it was probably 5 white people, including myself, and then the rest were either black or Asian. So I think there is a diverse mix, even in Wisconsin. I mean, Minnesota, there are tons.
No, yeah.
I don't think there's, like... I don't know. I think the only time it was weird was when I went to California, and we went to a certain area, and I was the minority.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy. It was good, though. I think more people have to be in that situation, because it was actually really cool. I don't know. And Gabe said if I ended up going to Mexico, I'd be, like, swarmed or something.
No, if we were in, like, the rural areas,
yeah,
then you stick out like a sore thumb. That's crazy.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Though. That's awesome. I don't think that's wrong.
I feel that a lot of times when I'm here, a lot of people look at me weird.
No, it's because you're good looking.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I don't think it's because you're Mexican. I think it's because you're good looking.
But also dudes, like, they look at me weird.
Because they're jealous.
All right.
Because you don't look Mexican. You don't look your age, and you don't look Mexican. You look like you could be, like, Eastern Indian.
That's what. Maybe they're like. Maybe I'm a bad guy.
Oh, they think you're a terrorist?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of.
You do not look like
no,
a
I know.
terrorist.
I've seen a few people.
There is no look for a terrorist.
No, there is not. I've seen a lot of people like obvious Muslim people like wearing the
turbans.
No, the
burqa.
It's not a burqa, is it?
Yeah. Or sarabi.
Yeah. And walking in the parking lot, and then you just see like the mom with her kids. Like I saw this several times, and they're just like staring, and I'm like, yo, mom, no, don't stare.
Oh yeah, Gabe always compliments dudes when they're good looking.
Oh yeah.
He's very aware of that too. Mm-hmm. Fireseal says he was jealous of you when he met you.
Oh, whatever, dude. I enjoyed Fireseal very much because actually the other day I was thinking about this. I don't know what, it just popped up, and how you came up and you're like, hey guys, I'm Fireseal, and I heard it,
what?
But it didn't process. And then Ashley was like, oh my god, Gabe, it's Fireseal, and I'm like, what?
Gabe had his moment too.
And then we had the same thing with Bad Bucket.
So wait, do other races not try to guess people's races? I think they do. Gabe does.
No, I do that all the time.
Yeah, Gabe's Mexican. So.
Though I don't know enough. Like sometimes I can tell the difference between.
I think maybe you're saying that white people like to assume and act on.
Yeah.
Other people's, like, I will straight up ask in the best way I can if I need to know. If I don't need to know what your race is, which when do you ever need to know someone's race? What does that ever matter unless they're filling out a form, you know? Anyway.
Oh, mage.
Cute.
Oh wow, Chrissy.
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess good for you. Like I don't
know. I mean, I've dated white boys, I've dated Mexicans, I've dated Italians. I don't know.
Soggy needs a shirt. Soggy needs the shirt.
Soggy, don't you have your Pizza Cat shirt? Was it Pizza and Kittens? Yeah, that's the thing. You'll never know.
Oh, let's just straight up ask him. Hey,
yeah,
where are you from? Detroit?
Don't Michael Scott it though. Like, where are you originally from? New York? No, I mean originally. It's like, what are you talking about? Shut up. I never have understood racism. I need to meet a racist and argue with them because I don't get it. I've never understood it. So, like, do you think white dogs are better than black dogs? Like, does fur count as skin? What is your malfunction with this? How do you feel about polar bears? They're white on the outside and their skin is black. How do you feel about that? You know, like, I want to talk to one.
Well, I like the idea of having, like, saying, like, well, what if you know, like a white kid gets adopted by a like a black family. What then? You know, like if they're racist against black people, you know, and you're like, well, what if I introduce you to someone who grew up in a black family?
That's what I'm talking about too. Yeah, like.
What would you say about that?
That's my Beck argument. You know, it's like, don't tell Beck he can't do Spanish stuff. He grew up in a Spanish community. It's like, you know. I know, Soggy. Usually they're really, really dumb. I would like to argue with a smart racist, if they exist. Oh, Chrissy, that sucks. Yeah, I remember reading about that, Fox. Oh, cute, Paladin. That's funny. Was it supposed to be funny, or did he actually consider it that? Sniggle, I could see some people actually, like, liking that. Like, Miltzu. Oh no, Crane! Yeah, actually, Gabe explained this to me when we were in Ireland about how they're Mexicans, right? The people that do the rudimentary work, like house cleaning and stuff, are Irish in Britain, right? In England. Mm-hmm. He was telling me that the Irish are lesser than the English. Just like here, Mexicans and black people are the minority. Which
And
I still
then-
hate that word.
And then it's also East Indian people are like also the like you find them everywhere. And I imagine now it's like Sudanese and people from Africa.
Which is really weird because, like, in Minnesota, we had a lot of, we called them befriender programs. That was the actual name of them. Because a lot of our people would switch with people in Africa, and we'd get a lot of African people over. And then a lot of them were Somali. We had a lot of Indian people, Eastern Indian, who came over for programming jobs. I lived in an apartment where I was the minority there, and it was all Indian people and a lot of black people. But it was in like a really nice neighborhood. But they were all like, you know, programmers, and they had like management positions and stuff. So, like, to me, that's normal. But it was, people thought it was weird because it's Minnesota, you know, and it's like, oh my gosh. When I would tell people that, Minnesotans don't know, they don't care. But other people, when they're like, Minnesota, that's supposed to be like super white bread. And I'm like, no. In fact, they're making a lot of, you know, strides to not be white bread. Bye, Fire Seal.
Bye, Fire. Mr. Cream, you remember though, like in the 80s and 90s, like it was a lot worse. I think even the 70s and shit. I think it's before the influx of the other, you know, like people from Pakistan and just the destabilization of the Middle East, and like Africa.
So Paladin, I think the reason that the Irish people are proud is because of that oppression they've gotten. So it's similar to black people being proud of being black. It's the same thing where they've been oppressed, but they're still proud. So you saying that the Irish are still really proud, it's like, well, that's why. That's part of it. But yeah. I actually really like Mexican people because you guys seem to like have the same problem that a lot of black community does, but you just kind of I
think it's because
you weren't slaves. Maybe that was part of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But it's also the family. Well, we were slaves, but
you weren't brought overseas.
No, we weren't. Yeah, no, we were home slaves, but then we got integrated into the whole thing a lot quicker.
I'm just gonna be really surprised in like another 200 years if people are still trying to play the like slave card and stuff, and if we're not intermingled by then. It's like if you're still trying to do that, you're gonna be a certain type of person probably. That's my guess.
Well, I think that's why like Jewish people don't bring it up, and neither do Mexicans. And I mean, there's been like
that's true.
Tons of different people. I think over time it heals, and it's like, all right, well now like you can't use that anymore.
But like, alright, forgive me for this one, but when was World War II happening and when did slavery happen? They're very far apart, right?
Very far. Like,
yeah.
1700s to...
Right.
Well, yeah.
So Jewish people had the problem first, then black people in
like
America.
2,000 years ago.
Not 2,000.
It was before Christ. Who built the pyramids?
Wait, Jews.
Yeah. That was like way
before.
You're
talking before the Holocaust.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, and that wasn't even slavery.
I
that
wasn't
was
even thinking of Jesus
yeah.
in Jesus' times.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it's been 2,000 years. Like, they've just been shit on all their lives.
Crane,
so like,
I'm the same way. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you look like. I don't care. If you're an asshole, I'm going to hate you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I won't be friends with you, you know? Hi, Nightshade. That's the classic Nightshade entrance. Yeah, I didn't know Gabe was going that far back. I was specifically thinking of the Holocaust. So, my bad on that one. I don't know why I didn't go back to pyramids.
Okay. Somebody's up early.
Oh, what?
It sounded like somebody was up early.
Oh, Cuckoo?
Mm-hmm.
He has his time during the day where he like wakes up from a nap, grabs a pellet, noms it, and then goes back to bed.
Midnight snack.
Yeah, he's such a fat. It is his midnight snack. No, that's totally right.
Christy, they did. I mean, they didn't do it. They just gave them the technology to do it. It's the same way that like Motorola made cell phones. Aliens were like, "Yo,
Are you
tired."
saying Motorola is the Jewish community of cell phones?
I think so. I think so.
Extrapolate.
Yeah. Talks amongst yourselves. The mammoths did build. That's what they called them, the mammoths.
I don't know if I want this mermaid to be floating or sitting on a rock. I wanted her originally to be sitting on a rock, but now I don't know. Maybe a rock would be cute. Yeah, I can do it. Agreed. Also, if anybody wants to buy this off me, feel free. Wherever, like, doodling or just doing a sketch, usually they're, like, for sale. Unless it's obviously a commission for someone. Sniggle, I gotta talk to you again about the commission you wanted for your friend. How that was a mermaid. Like, we have to talk about more specifics because I don't know what else she'd have. Also, could I do it this style? Do you think she'd be into that? Sitting on a floating rock. Oh, that'd be weird. Oh, sitting on a sea turtle. Damn it! I saw that too late. Ugh. Where's the mermaid's butt? I don't even know. Maybe it's her belly button. Wait, they don't have belly buttons. They can't have belly buttons. Can they?
Yeah, because it's, I mean, if it's a live birth.
Do they have umbilical cords for, like, dolphins and shit?
Yes. They have belly buttons.
Then they have belly buttons?
I think so, yeah.
But I thought stuff came out of them. How many holes do they have? Help! Yeah, but I kind of like this now. I don't know. How would I... He'd be kind of a dumb turtle. I think he might take away, though, from their relationship. He'd be a third wheel if I added in a turtle right now. I don't think I can do that. I'm just still upset about that one argument with that girl, just because it's like, I don't think she was actually listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
She was making assumptions, and then she ended up blowing up and saying I was like everyone else in her life that didn't understand her or listen to her, and I was like, what? Where is this coming from? So it was totally, I think, displacement, but I just didn't know it when it was happening. I think that was the problem. Wait, they have a cloaca? Like, chickens have a cloaca? Cloacas are gross, by the way.
What the fuck is a cloaca?
It's everything all rolled into one.
Whoa.
It's all the holes as one hole.
Jeez.
Merchild. Right? Isn't this kind of weird? Yeah. How many holes do they have? I don't know. Is this considered mature content? Must I add a thing on my channel now? Like, where does it end? What happens next? What happens now? It's not like a garbage. Ah, it's ops. Oh, ops. A Mirash? What is a Mirash? Oh, just because it's got a elf ear? I just figured they'd have either elf ears or fin ears. I don't know why they'd have human ears. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would a mermaid have human ears? If anything, maybe they'd have gills. Like, it just slice in the side of her head here. Gills. I probably will color it, yeah. I was gonna sell it at conventions, but if anybody here wants to claim it before I even get it there, go for it. A character of me, just why? Because a long hair and an elf ear? Come on, give me more credit than that. That's you projecting me onto it, not me projecting me onto it. Traits are traits. That's all. If I drew a guy with a goatee and curly hair, you'd think it's Gabe. Right? Right.
Accurate.
Brown hair. I was gonna do pink hair. Oh, bye, Cactus. Great having you
Cactus.
again. Well, I mean, it's my chibi style, so... Yeah, I was gonna do, like, pink hair or something. Come on, all guys like girls with unnatural colored hair, right? Isn't that how it is right now? Isn't that what's in?
I love sexy pink hair.
Oh, she's so crazy. So much color. So much hair. Sorry. I got over my different color hair phase. I feel like I'm too old for it now, A, and B, it was just too much work. And it never really looked good, in my opinion. Not on me. The only hair I had that I really liked was when I had white and black. That was the only time. And those are just natural colors used in an unnatural way, which seemed to work for me at the time. Oh, crane. No, that's okay, Snag. Yeah, realistic's fine. I just wanted to know. I don't think we even covered that at the time. Also, you didn't mention if you had a time you wanted that done by. Like, does she have a birthday or something you want it for? Or is it kind of just whenever? I know it's been a while already, but it's actually on my coming up to-do list, so I just wanted to make sure. No, Paladin, but that sounds kind of unsettling. That's good, Chrissy. I've heard from, like, hairstylists that usually people look their best, though, in their natural colors. And I don't know if there's a scientific reason for that, but, like, I've talked to at least 3 hairstylists because I switch them so much, and I usually ask kind of a set of questions now to each one about that and, like, their thoughts on certain types of things to do hair stuff with anyway. But yeah, I don't know. That's what they had said. And I don't know why, but they all say the same thing. But yeah, I like subtle colors, but it's like I just wouldn't do it again to me. Like, I think if I did, for whatever reason, do my hair again, it would be like a rose color of this, but that's it. Her birthday's in August, so anytime. Okay. Cool, Snake, thanks. Oh, Sniggle's still waiting for his trading card though, Gabe.
I know he is. I'm sorry, Sniggle.
Sniggle, you should have made him do it at C2E2. That's when you should have. That was your moment, man. This is Gabe we're talking about. He forgets things all the time.
How about Monday? Monday stream.
Well, wait, aren't you just doing the computer parts of it?
Huh?
It's just the graphic designy part. You're making it into a trading card. You can't do that on a
No,
stream.
you're right. I can't do this. Alright.
Just do it Sunday or something.
Yeah.
Forgive him, Sniggle. He knows not what he does.
Forgive me.
Ever. He's a busy guy. Yeah. Yeah, real busy.
And then you're gonna catch me on Sunday playing video games all day.
Saturday.
So,
oh, yeah,
or Saturday. So, Gabe?
Yeah, you're not gonna be here Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you send the link, Paladin? Where's your link?
Sniggle, you see this? Okay. All day. Can't take it off until I do it. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna put it right on my desk here so I see it all the time.
Can you go into that artist chat in Discord and, because Puisat and Tyler know, and make sure to say we're going to require payment to hold slots.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got into it, tell us ahead of time, whatever. Oh, on Instagram? Okay.
Well, Tyler's not even in here. Oh, maybe. Never mind.
Wouldn't that be on her other side, though, Paladin? I don't think it'd be on her butt, because when fish do it, it's on their underside. So it'd be even more disturbing. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's great, Soggy. It did the past 2 days beforehand now, but... Just say, if anyone's going, we need to know ahead of time. I've never looked that closely. Yeah, that's what happens. Crane, you know better. You're an artist. Yeah, Sniggle. Jeez. Sounds like your stuff has been crazy lately. Hey, is that guy?
Back.
Are you gonna look?
Oh my god, he came back.
Oh my god, is it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Gabe's gonna tell you guys a story in a minute.
Let me tell you a story.
But first he has to make sure. I want to know if he brought back like a garbage bag or stuff or something. Oh man. Here's all your shit. Get out of here, asshole. We're gonna tell you guys a soap opera story in a minute. Did he drop off stuff? He must have. Now he's leaving.
Picked her up. She drives a Mini Cooper.
What?
I wonder what she does for a living. Jesus.
Uh-oh. He picked her up?
Yeah. She got
Damn it, they're back together.
Maybe. Maybe they're just talking it out.
Alright, Gabe, explain your story.
So last night, I heard a bunch of like yelling, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? Right? So I turned off my music, and I don't know what Ashley was doing. I think she was napping, maybe?
No, I wasn't napping, but...
Maybe, I think you were in the bathroom.
I think I was showering.
Oh, yeah, probably. And so I looked out the window, and I heard yelling, and I heard the girl going like, no, no! And I couldn't really understand. And then I heard, so I went back, I sat down, and started working again. And then I heard, there's this car, it's like a little hatchback that's got a turbo in it. Like the guy put a turbo in it and like a...
It's a very recognizable car.
Yeah.
Whenever it's here.
It's like a souped up car. Like he's done aftermarket shit to it. So I heard him pull out and like speed off, right? And then, so I ran outside.
You didn't
to
run
look.
outside?
No, not sorry. I ran to look outside. And I saw her come downstairs and she opened the door and she was like, fuck you, asshole! He obviously probably couldn't have heard it. And then she ran back upstairs.
She made a total scene.
Yeah, total scene. And then, so I'm like, damn, that's some crazy shit. So I sat down again and I started working. And then I heard the car again, because it's the only car around here that sounds like that, right?
It's distinguished.
Yeah, I heard, if you guys have ever heard like a Fast and Furious car,
yeah.
It sounds like that. So then it came back.
We actually heard the NOS too when he left the second
yeah.
time.
Well, it's got a turbo, so it goes.
Yeah, you hear it like release.
Yeah. And so he came back, and he gave her, I think it must have been the keys to her place. And then this time he really like peeled out. Yeah, like he was pissed.
But now I'm upset because they're back together or something, or he picked her up for something. And it's like, if you're in one of those relationships where all you do is fight, get the fuck out of that. That's horrible. That's not a relationship, I don't know. So I'm disappointed because, if people aren't happy together, they shouldn't be together. You usually don't say fuck you, asshole, unless, you want to get out. Especially if he cheated or something. And I'm only assuming he cheated or something because she said, fuck you, asshole.
Mm-hmm.
If she cheated and was saying that, it's like, what? Nah, Sniggle, it is work. Because, it's just work you enjoy. Crazy concept, right? You're still putting time into something that's not your personal project. So I would say it's still, not necessarily work, but you still need to get paid for it. Because you put time and effort into honing your skills, and you're using those skills on something that's not yours. That's true, Sagi. Very maturely and elegantly put. Also, Korean people be stupid. Yeah. Typically.
People be stupid sometimes, eh?
I'm sad because a lot of our neighbors have dogs, but I emailed the property manager asking her if the dog ban was lifted, and she said no. A lot of people have emotional support animals. And, I get it, but they don't have to wear, service animal stuff or anything, so it's like, they just look like a normal dog. And it's like, well, can we be honest that all animals are just emotional support animals? Having an emotional support turkey, what's up with that? How come she gets a turkey? Is that any different? Can I get an emotional support emu? What is this?
Hell yeah. Walk that sucker up the stairs every day.
I know there's more of a scientific thing with this, but, anxiety and stuff, but still. I get service animals, 100%. But emotional support animals, it's like, man.
I think what sucks is that, like, we can't just go and ask for one.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, sir, people actually need these because they have actual, like, needs for them. Like, you can't just get one.
But, like, if your dog's trying to sniff out your blood sugar levels, that's one thing. But, like, just because you have anxiety? I mean, I don't know. I know that's kind of an unpopular thought, but I guess I just don't understand it as well.
But that's the thing, like, people have been getting dogs for those reasons, or animals to
That's
make
what
them
I'm
feel
saying,
better
like,
forever.
My dog would be an emotional support dog.
Yeah, there you go, Sniggle. Every animal.
That's what I said,
yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, like I said, unless they're serving an actual medical purpose, like, couldn't you have an emotional support blanket? I mean, isn't that what a blankie is? Can anybody shed light on this more that either knows someone or has it themselves instead of us just speculating? Because I feel wrong doing that, but...
Official Service Dog Registry. What is this?
Like, service dogs and stuff, like I said, that makes sense. They've been trained, they're, you know, it's their job. They have to wear vests and stuff, but I don't know. The PTSD thing makes more sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
That almost feels like it's a service dog more than emotional support. Why are they giving dogs PTSD? Sniggle!
Oh, do I qualify?
You probably have to be, like, genuinely diagnosed with something, I'm guessing.
Let's see what this says. Because this could also be like in California when you wanted to get medical marijuana, and they're like, "Do you suffer depression? Clinical depression? Not really. Do you have any depression? Are you sad ever?" Yeah, I guess. All right, here you go. Go get some weed.
No way. You need, like, a doctor note.
Yeah, no, that's what the doctors would do. They were just handing them out left and right because it's like, well, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? Like, just make it legal already. Stop being dumb.
That's true. Because we need to find more ways to waste American dollars.
Do you have any pain ever?
In my heart?
Yeah.
Sure.
Here's medical marijuana. Do you find it difficult to perform major life activities?
Wait, this is for an emotional support animal?
It might be for both, but
Because that sounds like a service dog.
caring for oneself, performing manual tasks, seeing, hearing, eating, sleeping, walking, standing, lifting, bending, spiking, breathing, learning, reading, concentrating, thinking, learning, communicating, and working. They put learning in here twice.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Learn yourself something.
Do I have trouble speaking and hearing?
Yes, you do. 120%. Yes, you do.
But I don't think that bad.
Oh yeah, Paladin, get a dog. Absolutely, that makes sense. Thank you, Soggy. I agree with that 120%. Yo, dog, help me read this book.
Oh, and then what did he do? No way.
Puppy, I am sad today. Yeah, you get me.
Have you experienced feelings of intense fear or helplessness after a traumatic event? No.
Wait, who doesn't? A traumatic event, like you get in a car accident? Yeah. Yeah.
But I think they mean recently.
They didn't say recently.
No, they didn't. In the last 90 days, how often have you been bothered by your emotions, symptoms from the traumatic event?
I've had a traumatic childhood. I get a dog. Last 90 days, my butt.
Well, okay, so how often have you been bothered by your emotions, symptoms from the traumatic event?
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Every day. Agreed, Soggy.
So let's say moderately.
Yeah. Or if there's a mostly agree or a majorly agree.
There's rarely, moderately, often, very often.
Often.
Okay. Due to your traumatic event, have you experienced any of the following? Avoid people or places that remind you of the traumatic event.
I won't watch Shameless. Does that count?
I think you don't like bars.
I don't like bars. I don't like drunk people.
Less interested in activities that you previously enjoyed.
I don't drink anymore.
Physical distress as a result of reminders of the event.
Yeah.
Do you have difficulty sleeping?
Someone pulling my hair? An old friend?
Difficulty sleeping?
I mean, I just have that. But well, I need my sleep mask and my earplugs.
Mm-hmm. Do the unwanted thoughts or feelings related to traumatic events interfere with any major life activities? Like, no.
No, not on that. No. Oh no, Paladin. Get a tiny dog.
During the past 6 months, have frequently felt worried about big or small events in your life?
That would be you being able to tell if I have or not.
Yes.
I kind of flip out over small things sometimes.
How frequently has your worrying caused anxiety or stress in the last 6 months on a daily basis? Several times a week. Do you have difficulty controlling your worries or anxiety? Yes. When worried, do you experience any of the following? When you're worried, do you experience difficulty sleeping? Tension and muscle aches? No, you get that from working
No,
out.
that's okay. I don't have physical things.
Sudden, unexplained loss of energy.
Oh, just fatigue? Yeah. Like you just kind of slump and you're
Yeah.
like, no. Yeah, I do that.
Have you ever experienced sudden, unexpected, intense fear or anxiety for no apparent reason? A panic attack in the past 6 months?
I don't know if I've ever had one. I feel like maybe I have and I didn't know it, but I don't know.
I mean, like, I've seen panic attacks. Like,
I'm saying before you.
oh, I got you.
Like, I'm pretty sure I had one after my mom died.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just got out and left a classroom and didn't come back. Like, it was weird.
Do you often worry that you will have panic attacks in the future?
No. I don't worry about that.
Does your worrying panic attacks or fear of future panic attacks interfere with any of your major life activities?
I still do them. Power through it because I'm stubborn.
Do you often feel sad or depressed for unknown reasons?
Yeah, but doesn't everybody at least at some point?
I think so.
Like, I write off a lot of how I feel just as everybody at some point.
Uh,
You get a dog. You get a dog. Everyone's getting a dog.
How often are you sad or depressed in the last 30 days? Daily, several times a week, a few times a month?
Would you say the weak one?
A few times, several times per week? I'd say a few times a month.
Really?
Yeah. Not per week.
That I feel hopeless?
Sad or depressed? That I know of? Do you say several times a week? I guess with the work, you probably get like...
Yeah, but that's work. I don't know if that counts. I probably don't qualify, but I'm also, like I said, stubborn and believe in just muscling through things, which apparently isn't what you're supposed to do. But I don't know.
That's like the American way.
Yeah, I
or
probably
the Irish
should've,
way, I guess.
I honestly probably should have gotten therapy when I had insurance, but I...
Has your depression or feelings of sadness caused significant changes in appetite, causing you to eat significantly more or less?
That I don't know, because I'm always eating a lot. I don't know. I don't think so. Not in that respect, no.
Do you often have feelings of worthlessness or often experience low self-esteem?
It depends on what it is.
I don't think it's often enough.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm pretty confident with some stuff.
Do you have difficulty sleeping or sleep too much?
Do we sleep too? I don't think we sleep too much. Not anymore.
No.
When we lived in a basement, yeah, but that's because it was a basement. Well, Sagi, you don't have a job though. That doesn't count. If that still happened when you had a job, yeah, that'd be different.
In your past or present life experiences, has having
What? Wait.
has had having an animal helped alleviate ameliorate. Wow, what does that mean?
I mean, the sentence makes sense, but
Wow, ameliorate. How the fuck do you say that?
spell it.
Hold on,
I'm gonna write it down.
I got this. Wait.
Spell it. Anything.
Ameliorate.
What does that mean?
It means to make something better. Make something bad or unsatisfactory better. I want to ameliorate this situation. Has the animal helped, like alleviate your complaints or problems, issues? And
Yes.
Is that the reason that prompted you to submit this questionnaire?
Yes. Wait. Single. No, Sagi, I'm not saying that at all. You misread that. I just meant that you oversleeping and not having things that get you up in the morning is why you sleep too much. If you have a job, you're not going to sleep as often. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying anything about depression. Don't misquote me. Oh, I don't know what we're talking about then. What does it say? Do I get a dog?
You gotta pay to get a letter certification or some shit.
That's it?
Something like that.
Wow.
But I think you have to go to your.
We don't have insurance.
I think you have to go to a therapist and talk to them.
Yeah. Can't apply for this shit online. You kidding me? Hey, Bodie.
Bodie.
Yes, because I'm that naive, Crane. Obviously. How early is it for you, Bodie? Well, I'm just saying when I was unemployed. That's what I'm saying. When you don't have a reason to get up, typically you don't. That's all I'm saying. That was for me. You could be totally different. Please don't take offense. You're jumping down my throat. $7 a.m. Damn. Crane, it's 2 p.m. for you? Really? Wait, what? You just got clover things. What are those? My loyalty things?
Whoa.
What?
I think I can get one if I have ADD.
You very much have ADD.
I don't want to take drugs. I just want dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs over drugs.
Dogs before drugs.
Emotional support dog owners live longer.
Because, Sagi, I even have that problem where when freelancing, I have a reason to get up, but I don't have to get up. No one's depending on me to get up. So, therefore, it's really difficult to get up. So, wait, Crane, why'd you say it's 2 p.m. if Bodhi says it's 7 a.m.? I'm so confused. Because Bodhi's in Australia. You're not. You're in Edinburgh or whatever. Or I forget where. I'm in Australia and he's not here. Okay. Do I want to take a picture of this before I color it? I don't know. What do you guys think? Should her hair match her fin? Should what is it? What is that thing? Do the curtains match the drapes? Or something? Or...
Carpet.
Is it the carpet? What did I say?
Drapes.
Curtains match the drapes? Oh, that's the same shit.
Yeah.
Oh. To throw a jar of bees on him. We know a jar of bees. I'm confused as hell. I have no idea what you guys are talking about anymore. I wonder who originally started Mermay. What pig? Sniggle, what the hell are you talking about? It's been an hour. What pig? You know what he's talking about?
No.
Sniggle, what the fuck? What are you talking about, kiddo? I actually might just want to do flats on this and that's it. I don't know. I don't feel like rendering. I just don't. Remember, kids, art is about you and what you want to do. Don't do anything you don't want to do. Unless you feel it's good for your skills. Then do the bad things.
You did a bad thing.
Pig. You're saying that's the most American thing you've ever seen? A pig getting fed Coca-Cola? And a guy wearing a Harley Davidson shirt? Am I mishearing this? I don't understand. That's not America. America's machine guns, American flag shirts and bandanas, those douchey sunglasses, machine guns. Did I already say machine guns? AK-47s, AR-15s. America.
Hot dogs.
Hamburgers.
American Idol.
What's more American, hot dogs
Arnold
or
Schwarzenegger.
hamburgers? Oh wait, you have to type in America.
Doritos. The Bald Eagle.
Doritos, though, are touted as a tortilla chip.
They're still American. Ruffles. Fritos. McDonald's.
Hot babes, bikinis, tanks.
Tanks.
Yeah, NASCAR.
NASCAR. Baseball.
All the things I do not like are American. I do not like those things. The only thing out of those I like is hamburgers, but I don't like them made out of cow.
Long legs, big boobs.
Yeah. Red lips, red fingertips.
Blonde hair. Camaros. Firebirds.
Oh, did you say firebirds? I said fireworks.
Fireworks.
Anything with fire.
Fire.
America.
Karate.
No.
Judo.
No.
Austin Powers.
Oh, this is pretty good. I like this. Neo-Nazis. Great. There's that now. The KKK. Ugh. Feeding his pig coke, and he's the reason they call them hogs. Really? I never wondered about that, but now it makes sense. Stop, you're inspiring me. Oh my god. Machismo. Muscles. Oh god. That's weird, Sniggle. Trump. No, wait, that's Russian. Hey! You get it. Oh god.
Brian McAllister has the perfect video.
You've seen this already? You know
Oh, yeah, no, I try to play it every 4th of July.
Really?
Yeah, but
Let me know when you're gonna play it. I'll pause stuff. I feel like I'm probably not prepared. Brian McAllister posted it. I'm in for it. I feel like I've seen it though. What are crumpets? Oh, that sounds like Seattle, Paladin. Finger guns. What are crumpets like scones? Help. Oh, Snaggle, yeah. I mean, I like the idea of when war wasn't corrupted by, like I like it if everyone's fighting for a similar cause. I don't like it when there's politics that skew the real reason for it and people blindly follow. I don't like that.
Alright, watch that video, Ash.
Oh, this is Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up? Know anything about America? America's got it all. Cheeseburgers, hot dogs, Hummers, trucks, Jeep, Burger King, Fox,
We forgot Hummers.
Home Depot, Office Max, Verizon, baseball. You think that was a home run? Yeah, I'm in a Hummer right now. Looking to celebrate the 4th? Easy, fireworks.
He didn't say babes.
You gotta celebrate it.
He forgot about the women. We have to objectify women. This is America. How dare you? Oh, what is a McGriddle?
Hmm?
I don't know what a McGriddle is.
Oh my god. Imagine a McMuffin. Or the Mc whatever.
Which Mick?
The breakfast one, right?
McMuffin?
Yeah, McMuffin, right?
Okay.
But what's the one with the bread and not the muffin?
McSandwich?
Mc-
McBreakfast?
McBreakfast.
I don't know.
But it's a pancake
Oh.
with like maple syrup.
Why is it
taste.
a griddle?
I don't know why they call it that, but it's amazing.
McNasty. I mean, really, I feel like war doesn't, whatever, but yeah, Paladin, I know you've got first-hand experience, so you've probably got your thoughts too. I just think war's stupid in general, but apparently I don't even know what a McGriddle is, so I'm not supposed to be in this country, apparently, which is fine. I'm okay with this. McAmerica. Good one. I like that. Oh god. I never understood how anyone can eat McDonald's with a hangover.
Mm.
Sorry, Mage. I don't get that. Like the whole greasy food thing for a hangover, I don't know what that I don't get it. Like what's the logic behind that? Like what does the grease
Soaks up
do?
the shit.
But that's like just having a lot of bread. That's why you're supposed to eat bread.
Yeah, but the grease also helps soak up the bad shit. I don't know how. Probably because you poop it all out. But basically...
So it's basically an enema.
Basically.
America. Weird. And the Marines. Exactly, Paladin. Yeah, that's what I don't like. Obviously. That's the fucked up part. Yeah, Sagi, I agree with that. Pancakes or waffles, yeah, totally. That makes more sense to me than, like, hash browns. Though, believe me, I don't turn down hash browns, but still. America. I don't know, I think he left out some key things. I love Brian, but they weren't there.
You know what I was always confused by? Jason Voorhees
Okay.
And
Freddy Krueger?
no, and the Halloween guy. Or is that the same guy?
The same guy.
Then what's the other
Wait,
guy?
no, Mike Myers.
Mike Myers.
Yeah.
Because they're both wearing masks, and they're both sort of look the same.
One's a hockey mask.
But one is a hockey mask.
And one's like a people mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always like, up until like my mid-20s, I didn't know that they were two different people. Because I hadn't watched those movies.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, so does Mike Myers... Wait, which one's got the hockey mask?
That's Jason.
Jason?
Mike Myers is the one that's wearing a blue jumpsuit and has like a people mask
Yeah.
that loosely fits.
And who's got the big knife?
That's Jason. The machete.
And which one's Jason?
Hockey mask.
Hockey, okay.
Yeah. Jason died at like a camp. He got teased or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. What was the camp's name? I forget, but he got like teased and then like died a bunch of times or something, and then he came back and like that's why everybody dies at the camp or whatever. Crystal Lake, thank you, Camp Crystal Lake.
Okay, but then what about when he's in space?
That I don't know. But Freddy Krueger is a way better premise by a million.
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger for life. So exciting, so exciting. Hey man, back in like, when did that come out? 70s? I don't know. It's a while ago, whatever. But like, that was scary shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But, I mean, you're not even mentioning Texas Chainsaw shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, horror movies. America.
Right.
How did we forget?
What was the Texas Chainsaw dude then?
That was a guy that actually killed his family or whatever. Pretty sure. If I remember correctly.
Well, what did that guy look like?
William Shatner mask. Is that true?
See, that's fucked up then. So the Texas Chainsaw dude is just, he's just wearing a mask made out of the people's faces. I think.
I like Freddy Krueger because he's dream-based. But I don't like him because he had an actual human form at one point. And he
Who?
got burned to death.
Who did?
Freddy Krueger.
Oh.
But then he ended, like, if he was never... I also enjoy Pinhead, but... Because the Hellraiser movies will fuck you up. But those are legitimately scary. But Freddy Krueger is more of like a boogeyman sort of thing. That I like. Because once he's in your dreams, you can't fight that shit, really. But Jason and Mike Myers... Leatherface. Thank you, Soggy.
Oh.
Yeah. There you go.
That's his name. He's a righteous dude, isn't he?
Righteous. Yeah. Leatherface. Good.
He's a good guy. I like him. He can come over any day. We're having for dinner. Might be tough meat, but it's alright. I like it.
Bodie, how's he doing?
How am I doing? Doing alright? I'm trying my best.
You're doing the thing, though, when you do Irish. And you're always going up and down when you're doing Irish. And
That's the
you go
inflection.
up, and you always go up because they're always going up.
But that's the inflection that they've got.
But you're doing Australian where you always yell at the end. You're always yelling.
They're yelling. They're downright yelling all the time. I've been to Scotland. They're all fucking mad.
What about him, Paladin? I know he's the Winchester's dad.
Negan.
I know that much.
Is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeffrey
yeah.
Dean Morgan
That's
is
right.
their dad. I love it. They did that thing, that little crossover, where Dean finds Negan's spat with the nails in it. He's like,
Oh.
Dad, what's this? That's really cute. What is this, Dad? Oh, I thought it was cute. Is this racist? No. I mean, it'd be similar to you doing like a southern accent and coming at me all like, oh, Clover King gonna get mad at this.
Clover King's gonna get.
It's okay,
mad.
so dialect and accent I don't think can be racist, obviously, because if you're doing like a Minnesota accent and you're coming at me, and you're doing those, I can't get offended at that, Liverpool. I don't even know. He sounds like a Monty Python sketch. Oh, God. Don't you know? Yeah. Yeah. I do that sort of stuff. But I mean, that's not racist because Minnesotan isn't a race. It's a race. It's a region. You can be regionalist, I guess. Maybe. I don't know, actually.
Fuck, man. This is nuts.
It's true, Sniggle. That guy was awesome. I
Yo.
like that character. He was stone cold.
If
He
you
was
guys,
crazy.
if you guys are tired of paying a lot of rent, Oshkosh is the fucking place to be.
Dude, yeah. Where we live is awesome.
$515 for a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom. That's fucking nuts.
And it's not like crazy boonies.
Yeah.
Like, you would think northern Wisconsin is like rural, backwoods sort of shit. It's not. It's pretty progressive. It's not like a major city by any means if you're used to major cities, but it's really nice. I was actually super surprised when I moved here.
I mean, there are some parts where they're like, obviously they're old.
But
So-
they're not like podunk.
No, yeah.
I wouldn't live here if it was podunk. I'm against it.
I'm above that.
What do you think of that, Paladin? Do you think it's cool, or does it freak you out that he's idolizing a very bad man? Guess it's not like it's a Hitler poster or something. Beep beep. What's wrong, phone? What's wrong?
Do you remember our square footage?
7 something? I think. Yeah, but Soggy, look at where you live. So you actually, it's a nice bump up in terms of where you live, like for paying a little bit more. I don't know if you're gonna get better than that unless you go to probably like Tennessee or some crap.
Wait, like combined though? Or just you paying Soggy?
I think he said his rent's $200 for him. Which for me and Gabe, I'm paying maybe $253, $250 or $300, $300.
Yeah, it's like $625.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we've got a 2-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana. Yeah, Indiana was messed up. No offense, Soggy. Barely. You're not that far away where it's that crazy different. Yeah, he pays $250 for 2-bedroom. But your second bedroom is not yours, right? So you're paying $250 technically for a 1-bedroom. Oh, I see, Paladin. I don't know enough about it, unfortunately. That's true. Yeah, if you don't like the 1 day of 3 feet of snow, then okay. Gets you out of work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if anything, it's usually kind of a blessing. I don't know. I see it as that, but I'm also crazy. Because, yeah, there are some things that even here stuff closes down. Like, for that day that we told you about, that 3 feet in April, everything was closed. Schools were closed and stuff.
That was it. There was like 1 day when that happened.
Yeah, the rest of our winter was not like that at all.
No, not bad at all.
We actually didn't get any blizzards.
I think actually the lake might be controlling us not getting a lot.
Your Deus Ex Machina is the
lake.
fucking lake. And it's not, you're not basing that off any knowledge, Gabe.
It's the lake. We have a lake
You gotta
guardian.
stop doing that. It's so bad.
The guardian of the lake helps us. He's a good guy. Wait, so then Jason Voorhees.
Why are you looking this up? Why does this matter to you?
So I'm doing this. this thing where I'm drawing like dudes that sort of look like them.
For Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is Gabe suddenly super into horror flicks? Okay, that makes sense. Honestly, yeah. Sniggle, if I were to do any sort of mermaid story, I'd totally do him living in, like, Scandinavian lakes and stuff. Just because I feel like I could be more weird. Like, I feel like because some mermaids live in an ocean, they need to be, like, if the girls that live on the ocean became mermaids. So they're all hot chicks with implants, right? But, like, northern lakes in, like, Minnesota and, like, higher up places, those mermaids are gonna look like them. Or scary, like, Norwegian creatures. I'd be way more into that. This is not how I picture mermaids. This is like a merfairy. Maybe I'll call her that.
I like the
Merfay. Ooh.
Murphy.
I like Merfay.
I like the idea that like mermaids.
Corn-fed mermaids. Nailed it.
I like the mermaids that are just really scary looking.
Yeah. I mean, the whole lore behind mermaids is actually very fucked up and kind of scary. You know, that they steal people and all that stuff.
Like they've got like
They lure you.
they got barnacles and shit all over them. They're just not pretty.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I like that. Nixie? That sounds weird. That sounds like fairy racist.
Mm-hmm.
That's fairy racist. River dolphin mermaid. Interesting. I would think the mermaids to get made fun of in the Florida region would be the ones that are mixed with a manatee. The big sea cow ladies. I don't like that they get made fun of because I love manatees so much. Oh, sorry, Soggy. That's gonna probably dry up. It's gonna be the same color as these two. Irish River Fae. Oh. I know about, I actually really like the lore behind, what are they called? They start with an S. It's women who can turn into seals and back.
Oh yeah, the Song of the Sea.
Well, I knew it before that actually from a Colin Farrell movie. That was horrible.
Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell
Really?
was in a movie called, Ondine. But the ones I'm talking about, Selkies?
Oh yeah.
Selkies, yeah. I like Selkies. I like that idea better. It's like a werewolf of the sea, basically. But they turn into like seals. Thank you, Bodhi. Yeah, Selkies. I agree, Crane. Oh, the marker itself? Soggy? Where? This one? You like that color, you mean? That kind of blood color? My markers are running out again. Gonna have to fix that. It's really nice out right now. It's like 50. We got windows open, so it's a little chilly, but it's nice. The other day it was like 70 or whatever when we had the spider scare.
Mm-hmm.
When you guys were here, if you were here. I don't know. I like the blend of weather we get. I'd get so bored if we didn't have the weather we have. I like it. Keeps me on my toes. Makes me feel like, I don't know, it's not easy mode all the time, you know? If there's one thing I do, it's making things harder for myself. Right, Crane? I know. I would like to think that out there's like an anglerfish mermaid. you know, something like that. I don't even know if I like the fact they're mixed with humans. I'd rather see, like, other things mixed together. You know? Like, there's so many cool types of fish. You can mix a couple fish together. But maybe the fact that a mermaid is humanoid makes it creepy. I do like those designs, though, that are, like, a mermaid that is kind of a girl. Like, has some attributes of a girl, but not really, like, not enough for it to be actually humanoid. But, I don't know. I can dig that. As I draw this, like, gooey, cute mermaid. LOL. This is one of those times where I know this is gonna sell at a convention, and, I mean, I don't hate it, and I'm having fun with it, but this is me doing actual work, other than my commissions. I consider this part of my job, you know, because I'm enjoying myself, and, I mean, I don't hate mermaids, I'm just tired of them. Like, I hate zombies. If you ever see me draw a zombie, you'll know I got hired to do it, but, I just think zombies are so overdone and stupid.
Oh, Galactica, get the hell out of there. Are you in were you in San Francisco?
Yikes. Yeah, even with my house that was a decent sized house, it was around that, but we had like 3 bedrooms.
Diego.
2 bedrooms? Yeah, that's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think zombies are just lame now. And everything's been done really with them. So I don't know. Honestly, it was probably the Resident Evil movies that actually started getting me fatigued of zombies. It wasn't even like Left 4 Dead or anything like that, even though that didn't help the situation. But then Walking Dead came out, and I'm like, how are people still into zombies now? Like, in America, all the people I knew who were obsessed with zombies were like kind of rednecks. I don't know if that was like a thing. I don't know. But all the guys I knew, they had like trucks, they were very America, I'm gonna say. But yeah, they all had a thing for zombies. I'm like, man, shut up. My ex-brother-in-law, he is like the most hick guy in the world, and he named his fishing group after zombies. Yeah, that's crazy, Soggy. I gotta sharpen my pencil. 2 seconds. I actually don't want to shade any of this. I actually really like that. It's just flats. I don't know. Part of me wants to make things shiny, but I'm not gonna do that. Alright, what else? Exactly, Chrissy. Yeah, they've tried to put a smart spin on the zombie thing by making it about fungus, but it's like, it's still zombies. They act the exact same. They just look like they've got mushrooms attached to their face. And Ellen Page isn't in it. Wink, wink.
Which is funny because this month they have the actual Ellen Page game for free on Source.
That got overshadowed like crazy.
Yeah, but from what I understood, it actually sucked too. So
I know, that's the weird thing. It's like, Ellen, you should have just owned the other one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's me, sure. I approve this. Alright, what else? I do kind of want to do a mouse on a dandelion, but... No, I know, Crane, but it's usually only on ants. Like, it doesn't affect people. Not like that. The idea is terrifying that it could take over someone. I mean, obviously someone saw the ants and the fact... So ants get infected with this fungus, it takes over their brain and they go on autopilot and like go up really tall things like trees, branches, all that stuff, and then they like suicide, and basically the fungus takes over once they get there, and then their spores release. So that the fungus is actually using the animal to take it to the highest point for its spores to be released. So someone saw that, obviously, and was like, well, what if that happened to humans? It's like, well, that's cool, but it didn't make for a very fun game. I would have rather seen that as a movie, honestly, which the game played out very much like a movie, but that, to me, is always weird. Like, if you get so cinematic with a game that you're barely playing and you're seeing more cutscenes and all that, it's like, just make it a movie. You know? I don't know. No, I agree, Crane. It is a very original approach to it. I just wish they would have even pushed it more. Somehow. But I don't know. Like, the game itself felt very soap opera. I don't know. I don't know what to try right now. Finish the mermaid. Kind of want to draw an animal. That's what Plants vs. Zombies is. But it's adorable. That's probably another reason I was fatigued of it. I had to research Plants vs. Zombies pretty hard when I was in mobile games. I believe that, Snig. Totally. Hi, Icario. How are you? Yeah, I could sooner see a ant blowing away or something. What you up to, Gabe?
I'm working on some commission stuff.
Oh, the Nick stuff.
Hmm?
The Nick stuff.
Yeah, I already did that one.
Oh, you're already done?
I mean, I did the sketch for him.
Oh, and then you sent it?
Mm-hmm.
I see. We're good. It's been a chill day. We're excited. We're going to the pen show tomorrow. We're going to get up super early, and we're going to go down to Chicago. We're going to look at... Gabe looks at fountain pens usually, where I'm typically looking at dip pens. I've taken a specific liking to telescopic dip pens, which I can show you what that looks like. So here's my little dip pen collection, real quick. I also have one that's like, I don't have many, because some of these are expensive, but I had another one. I actually don't think it's in here, but it's made out of, no, here we go. This is really old, and it's made out of wood. and I don't even want to use it because it's so kind of fragile. But like this is, it's like kind of hollow wood, and you push it out here, and it's a dip pen. And like I said, I don't know what it is about this one, but I'm a little scared to use it. So I don't want to. It feels nice though. It's a nice size and it's smooth. It's not rough by any means, but oh wait, I'll just keep this in here. You won't believe what this super ant can survive. That's a good one, Crane. You should do that for a living. Oh, maybe that's why I didn't do it. It didn't fit. But this is one of those telescopic ones because it's got two ends here. One has a pencil and one has the actual dip pen. You put the nib right here. And these are really cool. I like that because you can take them anywhere and then it protects the nib on the inside. So I want to look for more of those. This is another one of them. This one's very small. So this nib is ridiculously small. I wonder if that guy could actually fix this, or I could find a guy to fix this so it actually retracts.
Oh,
Because it's detached.
yeah, maybe.
Either way.
Probably
but,
there, yeah.
And then this also has a pencil. This one's neat because the pencil comes out through the same hole that the nib does. So I found that really interesting. And it's got a cool little gem on the bottom. Then there are ones like, this one is, you can find these ones more common. These are glass ones. Where the ink actually runs up all the ridges on one of these. Like this one has a lot of ridges that you can see on the sides. And then this one holds a lot more because it's spiraled and it's just glass. But let's focus. Manual focus, yeah. So you can see how that's spiraled. And the ink just goes all the way up and it holds it there. But my favorite one is this one. This was kind of expensive, but it's got really pretty leaves on it. And they almost look like the type of leaves I draw. And this is like a Victorian one, I think. It's really old. But this one feels like heaven when I'm actually inking with it. I just don't get to ink very often, unfortunately. I need to change that. So when we go to pen shows, usually Gabe and I have our own little objectives. Gabe's is just to find vintage flex nibs, typically.
Yep.
Which are not cheap, unfortunately for me. Yes, Sniggle, it was. Which broken when the little gold one? I know, right? Aren't they great? I love them. They're so fun. And I mean, I like using them too. I also have my like vintage pen, but I don't know where I put it. I'm sure it's in a safe spot, I just don't know. Sniggle, what? What steps? Oh no. I can guess at one of them. I'm not gonna murder anybody. Actually, maybe there's 3 people I would murder. How many people would you murder? 3. Maybe 2. I don't know. Steal her dip pens. Nah. I would just be like, oh, guess you wanted those more than I did. Stealing any material things of mine would probably be not a big deal, honestly. That doesn't mean to do it, but as far as my anger goes, that won't make me angry. I'd be fine with it. Like, well, like I said, at least they're gonna get something good out of that, you know? One of my biggest pet peeves is asking me for advice, and if it's good advice and you don't do it, I'll get mad at that. I mean, granted, I'll understand if it doesn't work for you. Like, if you're doing something else and it doesn't work, it's like, oh, well, yeah, okay, that doesn't work for you. But if it would have been a perfect thing, or, like, you don't do it till later, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is a great idea, and blah, 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 and I'm like, really? Really? Yeah. I want to make him chunky and cute, but I don't want him to have too many distinguishing factors. Yeah, portly mouse. So wait, Sniggle, did you ask for your raise yet or no? He has to get here first, Snig. He has to go overseas to get here. So if he wants to do that to steal my dip pens, I'd say he's earned it at that point. You can ask for a raise. Apparently, with his job you can. The way my company fought people asking for raises was by having a pay freeze for like 3 years. That way everybody knew, oh, we can't ever get, ask for a raise because we're in a pay freeze. Oh, weird, Sniggle. Can you leave her, like, a message or an email or anything? Or is it not that sort of thing? I need a picture of a dandelion. Dandelion! Aw, Yen! Thank you for the host!
Yeah.
Thank you! Yen. If you guys haven't checked out Yen's work, you totally should. She streams pretty regularly on Twitch too, and she's adorable and a wonderful person. So feel free to check out Yen's work, you guys. Totally should. You're missing out if you don't. How about that? How about that? Oh wow, dandelion leaves are very scary looking. So much sugar. Diabetes. The diabetes. Oh, you too. Thank you. Have a good night, Yen. I hope your stream was awesome. No, that's good, Sniggle. You always should. And if that means higher than your current job even, I say go for it. I don't know what you got in your area though. Word. Did you check on your bonsai today?
Yeah.
Puffy dandelion or... Oh, Nightshade, right? It was one of my problems with dealing with people who are younger than us. It's actually one of Gabe's biggest pet peeves too. If not the biggest pet peeve.
Mhm.
Would you say that giving advice and then people not taking it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Both of us. It's a button. It's a button. It's not only disrespectful, but it's like totally wasting everyone's time. You know? We actually lost a friend over it too. Funny enough.
Mm-hmm.
Paladin, at least you guys have better minimum wage than the US though, and you guys don't do the tips thing. Because tips make everything really crazy here. People lose their mind over tips. Whether you're a customer or a waiter or something, like they try and they're disingenuous, you know, usually. Like when we went over to Europe, the whole fact we didn't need to leave tips and that we noticed everywhere we went for any sort of food service or just service in general, everyone seemed to be default happy because they seemed to be getting paid enough. Where I feel like in America you get a lot of passive aggression and like masking of feelings because they just want your money for the tips and stuff like that, where if they just got paid normally it'd be better. I don't know. It just seemed like your people were a lot happier than people here. I mean, people here go and get guns because they're not happy, which is not a good thing. Oh, Nightshade. Really? I could see that. They're so nice. Like, I love that the Japanese had taught their kids early on to, like, clean up after everything. Like, all the fact that whenever they have a sporting event or something, everybody stays and cleans up their own area so that they don't, you know, have to leave much for janitors and stuff. And that, like, kids in elementary school, they even feed each other. Like, they'll rotate out who's actually serving food. And so they each have a chance at that. And, like, they clean up the lunchroom afterwards. If America did that, holy shit. I feel like things would be a lot better. Like, the fact, it's weird to think about it now that, you know, a kid will eat lunch, get up and leave. You know, it's like, well, at home, if you want them to clean their plate and stuff, why wouldn't you kind of extrapolate that to be at school? You know? Like, give them some extra time. They're just screwing around anyway. Oh, I believe it, Nightshade. Totally. I just love that they're a culture built on purposeful, intentional everything. It means that everyone to a level is considerate. And I feel like consideration is what America lacks by a million. Right, Sagi? I'm with you 100%. I don't understand. And, like, if you kick over a drink or something, some people just leave it? Like, what are you doing? Pick it up. Get some towels. Oh, that sounds awesome. I wish I liked more about, like, stuff there. I'd want to go to Japan, but nothing there is really what I like in terms of aesthetics and stuff. Except the countryside. The countryside is cool. But I'm more of intrigued by, you know, obviously the medieval aspect of stuff. So I like Europe, like ancient Europe, but eh. Yeah, carts in the parking lot, totally. God. Americans. It's like, is your day really that much more important than helping somebody else out a little bit more? Whether it be a worker or someone else coming into the grocery store, come on. I can't believe this. Oh really, Snaggle? How'd they like it? Oh, were you there during a earthquake, Nightshade? Oh, that's so weird, Snaggle. Yeah, I do the same thing, Nightshade. I go put away the cards too. Oh, Paladin, I'm so jealous. Oh, bummer, Sniggle. Yeah, I gotta admit, when I got back to America from Europe, I was kind of bummed. I don't know. It was funny, though, when people could tell we were Americans, Gabe and I got treated differently. Especially in, like, the antique malls and stuff. They really thought we were, you know, touristy and really, they seemed to automatically assume we were gonna be really aggressive or, like, messy or something. It's really weird. I'm with you, Soggy. Really, Crane? When we were in Europe, we went to Glastonbury, Avesbury, Lewis. Where else, Gabe? Obviously London.
I don't remember anymore.
Because the tour was in Glastonbury, right?
Yeah, it was like southern England.
Yeah. And all those areas were great. And when we were in Ireland, we were in Dublin. So we got to see, what was it called? What was the cathedral's name? It started with a T.
That I don't remember.
Damn it. It was good, though. It had the Kells book. Book of Kells.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, Paladin, stop! We still want to go to Scotland. We did see some damn cool stuff in Ireland. I actually enjoyed Ireland more than when we were in England. Especially when Gabe and I went... Oh, we went to, what city was the Ireland in? It was like a really short name. It started with an M. Fuck. It was like 4 or 5 letters, something like that. It started with an M. I remember it when we were on the train. Oh, weird, Nightshade.
House.
Oh yeah, it was House. That's right. Oh, Paladin, thank you. Wait, did we go to this cathedral? We didn't go to Edinburgh, did we? Edinburgh?
I thought we did.
Did we? Because Rochester Cathedral? Did we go to that cathedral?
I wonder if that's the one that we went to.
I think we went here.
But that's like the only picture? I don't think we went into something like that.
I don't know. We went to the one... That was when we were in Avesbury? Yeah. Oh my god, is that the same cathedral? Maybe it's different. Oh, bye, Soggy. Have a good shower.
Good.
I still wouldn't mind going to Italy or France, but I wouldn't want to go to any of the touristy areas of Italy or France.
Yeah, I want to go to the spots where it's like just little like alleyways and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm gonna have such a hard time making this.
Wells Cathedral.
That's the one we went to?
Yeah, the big one where we ended up going upstairs and I got you the little
Yeah.
mice.
Oh wait, no, not that. Was that one?
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at a picture right now. It says Wells Cathedral
We
show.
went through a couple cathedrals.
I think that was the biggest one, though.
Was it?
Yeah.
That was the one with the graveyard in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Because we didn't get to go into that one that had the big yew tree that was being held up and chained, right?
That was a different one, yeah.
Where was that?
That was wherever the man,
tall man was.
tall
The long man.
Yeah.
Where's the long man?
Wilmington?
Wilmington. Oh, really, Nightshade? How come? Why was it your fave?
I think we went to Brighton.
Yes.
Yeah, that was like one of the bigger cities.
What did we do in Brighton though? Was that the museums?
I don't remember, but we stayed there one night, maybe 2 nights.
Was that the hostel at the end?
No. That was that little place where we all went downstairs to the basement, where that's where we ate.
That was in a museum though, right? Wait.
And then we
Yeah, that was the science place.
Oh yeah,
It was the
and then we
science
just
place.
walked around, and
Yeah,
that's where I got the tiger eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. That was the witch area.
No. That's the other tiger eye. The tiger eye necklace, where we went through that little market.
Yeah, that's the one I remember. You got another one?
Remember, I got the long one.
That one was in the witch town.
That was the witch town. But then I got the
That's
little.
not the same town though.
That's not the same town.
No.
That's Avesbury was the witch town, I think.
Eat a giant omelet. That's a good goal, Sniggle. Honestly, if you can save up like what, $1,000, something like that, you could go overseas.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, go to flights.google.com and just look at flights, like during the fall, especially. Like, I don't think a lot of people go overseas during the fall.
But I'd say for like saving up money, if it's just for you, maybe bring like $500 to $1,000.
And then just find a bunch. Take hostels.
It's
just
really easy.
Yeah,
It's
but
easier
super
than I
easy.
thought. Yeah, it's basically as easy as it is flying here.
Like if you find hostels which are like everywhere, it's like less than $50 a night to stay. Sometimes it's like $20 a night.
They freak me out though because you're sometimes put in a room with other people and you have like locked lockers underneath your bed. I don't necessarily like that.
But I mean, like
That
so.
freaks me out.
So me and Ashley, what we want to do is go overseas some point with just like a backpack with just as little possible clothing as possible. You know, like 2 pairs of pants, like 2 pairs of undies, 2 shirts. That's it. And then at night, you just wash the pair that you wore that day.
Though it takes a lot longer to dry than a night, unfortunately.
Yeah, but well, jeans, yeah. But I think like underwear would probably be fine.
Yeah, but
And
my
a shirt.
problem is in the morning if it's not wet, or if it's still wet, you have to like blow dry it before packing it or something.
Yeah.
And that would take a long time.
But then you know, some art stuff, and then that way not only do you don't have to do like a carry on, you don't have to carry around a bunch of crap, but you also don't have to you will spend less on buying shit that you don't need, like knickknacks, and you know, like how many books did we get when we were out there?
We bought another backpack to
Yeah.
take back the things we bought. However, I would not have not wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Which I'm a little afraid of if we do your idea. But we also wanted to bring scooters.
Yeah, not like the fold up ones that kids
Razors.
have. Yeah, razor scooters. That way you don't have to pay.
Scooters?
Razor scooters.
God, Gabe.
That way you can get to places not only quicker, but you also don't really have to pay for a cab if you're like, you know, if you don't mind like, you know, scooting around.
Yeah. Alright, I think I'm gonna be done soon. So, if anybody has anything to ask or say or whatever, I'm gonna be back on Sunday at 4 p.m. CST, same time as today. Patty wax. What the fuck? Gabe's Saturday stream though is canceled. We will not be here. We will be in Waukesha, which is like an hour away from where we are right now, at a Von House art jam. So like I said, we will not be here. But if you guys want to follow with our pen show adventure tomorrow, we'll probably be posting stuff we see and all that on our Instagrams. I mean, Gabe probably for sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at that. Me, I'll try. I'm usually more into the moment than trying to document it. But, like I said, if you're into seeing what we're seeing and want to see what kind of pens and stuff, like, it's pretty ridiculous. It blew my mind when I saw it. The tables, like, there's tons of tables, and every table is just covered in pens. Like, it almost is overwhelming just with the idea that, like, how do I look through all these? How do I get through all these? How does anybody, right? So I'll try to put up at least a picture of that so you guys can see how, like, it's just overwhelming. Totally overwhelming. I mean, if you're into pens, seriously look for a pen show in your area.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're really cool and you can find a lot of good deals. Like, a few of my favorite pens that I got are pens that, like, the person that was selling it didn't really know even anything about it, but, like, didn't know its worth and stuff like that. Sometimes they just get so many pens, they just throw them out there, and you can get, like, a clearance pen. Like, one of the ones I got that Gabe has now stolen from me was like $15, but do you still have it? Can I show him? It's not a telescopic one. But it's cool because it almost looks like super military. It almost looks like it could be made out of like a bullet or something. But this is a cool one.
I feel like that end used to be an eraser, but it's just solidified over time.
I don't think so.
Or do you think it's just a stopper?
I think it's like a stopper because when you take it out and you put it around, it's to get it to stick better.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how this one works. And honestly, I still might take it back from him.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm actually going to pick up
He's gonna get his own.
a pen holder right now.
I still fucking love this pen because it's just so cool. Like, him and I really like things that kind of fold in on themselves or can be super micro, things like that. Do I have to give this back to you?
Is there a nib in it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me just hold on to it until because I'm gonna order another a nicer ergonomic one because this one is the last 25 pages I inked, like, it wrecked my hand.
The last 25, no big deal. Okay, Paladin, that sounds good. We'll both be back. Maybe I'll have some art to show that I did at the art jam. Who knows? Fried spiders. What? You know, Sniggle, I thought that too. I really didn't want to come back. I don't know. They have their own problems and everything. I mean, I'm sure Paladin and then Crane can attest to that, but I don't know. I still thought their problems were better than our problems. I'd rather not have to deal with a Trump or anything like that. But, you know, I don't know. I just have never felt like I belong here. I don't know. I'm not into pop culture very, you know, religiously or anything. I enjoy some stuff, but I don't necessarily need it. You know, I'm not materialistic. I don't know, I just feel like America's values or what we're kind of about aren't what I'm about. It's not you, it's me, America. And I think Gabe used to be more like that, but he hasn't been for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, you grew up super materialistic because you were poor.
Yeah.
Which always makes sense, especially living in America where they build you up to want things that you don't have. But yeah, going overseas really made me feel better that I know myself well enough to know that I don't feel like I fit here, but it's also a bad thing. did I put his little hand? There you go. I'll put it up there. You get housing if you're unemployed? Holy shit.
That'd be nice.
Wow. Does that mean you don't really have any homeless people? Hi, Emily.
Hey, Am.
I was gonna be stopping soon, but I'm glad to see you.
I'm assuming they've got like people who like, or rather, they probably have a thing that you got to do to get
The free housing?
Yeah. Like there's probably something specific you got to do.
Oh, weird, Crane. Is it an employee or a customer? Oh, it's okay, Emily. Don't be sorry for that. Never be sorry for that. So, I mean, I worry about you guys when you're not here, but at the same time, I hope you're out living. Because that's more important than you being here on a stream, if you ask me. Like I said, we miss you, we love you, but, you know, go live your life, too. And don't feel bad. I mean, technically, Gabe and I are just doing work when we're here, so... not a big deal. Oh, you do have homeless people? Well, I'm sure everywhere does, but I wonder if you have less than we do.
I could see that. I could see them having less just based on
The minimum wage thing?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, that sucks, Crane. Ban 'em.
That's really fucked up.
That's okay, Emily. Don't worry about it. Which
That's
part?
weird. Like no, just the Copic colors for this month are like
The same as last month?
basically almost. I don't know. I'm not. They're just a little bit less brown, which is really weird that they would do that.
Did they explain why they chose those colors?
No, they don't. They don't do that.
Why?
I have no idea.
They should.
Yeah. Maybe. Well, maybe that yellow is probably really yellow. It's probably actually just really yellow, and it's not really showing it via a photo. I'm assuming.
Aw, Sniggle, that's okay. I understand. I mean, Cass hasn't been here much either, and I know she's trying to make her art stuff happen, you know, with her career, and, you know, she's trying to learn, and she's trying to get by, and, I mean, that's important, like I said. I mean, it's not like we can give that to you guys, not really. We can only get you so far. Yeah, do what you gotta do. Okay. So today we got done a mermaid that I'll show in a minute, and this mouse. So we got the mouse, and we did the mermaid. Yeah, I think the mouse is cute. Should draw something else on here. Oh, Nightshade, have fun.
Bye, dude.
Go harass her. Get her. Thank you, Emily. I want to do another bee. I feel like I overdid bees. Didn't want to do... Maybe I'll have him just looking at a couple of leaves that are going by. you go, Emily. Sorry about that. I've been trying to compensate for this being such a smaller sketchbook. But I think I was overcompensating for a minute there. So yeah, we're going to be going in a minute right after I finish inking this. So I'm getting hungry. Gabe, are you hungry?
Yeah.
We're hungry. We've been good. What's been happening? Not much. We've just been working pretty diligently on a lot of stuff. We are really happy today because the place we called to pick up our old box spring and our couch, so now we don't have those cluttering up the apartment anymore since we got a new couch and a new bed frame, I guess, which we really needed. And our bed frame basically came with a box spring, so we figured, oh, let's donate it because they do free pickup too, so that was really nice. But we had to get up early to do that, and then earlier this week we did more Goodwill donations. So our apartment is finally slimming down, I'll say, which it's been a long time coming already. I don't like living in clutter, and really the past 2 years we've been together, I haven't been able to unpack anything at Von House, so now I'm finally able to start doing that, and I've just been ditching everything for the most part. Like, only things that have nostalgic value plus purpose I've been keeping. I gave away a lot of my stuffed animals, a lot of that kind of stuff, so yeah, I'm very happy about it. We have too much stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We really do. And not enough of it does something for us now. And I really like that, I forget what that mentality is called, but it's basically minimal living. And I know as artists we probably won't be able to do that because we need so many supplies and things. But, because every time I've seen an article featuring that, the person is not an artist.
Mm-hmm.
They're always some other sort of profession that, doesn't need that sort of thing.
Like all they need is a laptop.
All they need is a laptop, yeah. Or if they have books, they just read a book digitally, or they give the book away and get a new one once they've finished it, stuff like that. But for us, yeah, it's a little different. Anyway. Okay, I think we're gonna go. Let's see. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to be at the Pen Show in Chicago, so keep up with our Instagrams. We're going to try to at least document some stuff so you can see what a pen show looks like. Will do, Paladin. Will do. And then Saturday, Gabe's not going to be streaming, not his usual Saturday stream. We're going to be at an art jam with some friends. And then Sunday, I'll be on my normal 4 p.m. time. So, come back for that. Hopefully I'll be working on I think I'll have a commission by then to do. So we could at least, do something with that. But otherwise, oh, Crane, I bet you do. Go find one. You've got to have one near you. Maybe. Oh, probably not. I forgot where you were. You were in Bumfuck, Egypt, basically. Thanks, Emily. You have fun too, okay? We'll see you guys later, alright? Bye!